very good. Whoops. Initiating System 1. System 1 loaded.
The GoreCast is brought to you by American Horrors, the greatest uncut horror channel in the world. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all horror. As well as the Station of Decapitation Without Your Head.
America's longest running horror channel, www.withoutyourhead.com.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
After all of this started.
What's up, GoreCasters? Welcome back here to the GoreCast with me, Johnny Deadly, and all of my homeboys to the left and the right of me, as we are about to talk about some cool TV show related stuff. Apologies for the strange intro. Myself and Giz were literally arguing live into the show being on air.
Okay. No time. Okay. But I spent the last 5 minutes stirring everyone up. Don't you dare calm everyone down again.
No, this is what my job is. You can't stir other people up. I will calm
I'm
it down.
talking to Buzz.
We'll calm it down.
Buzz tried to do the calming thing.
Calm it down. It doesn't affect Johnny. Stirring Johnny up doesn't work. Johnny gets stirred up when Johnny wants to get stirred up.
Carter does not have that same flow,
Shaken,
unfortunately.
not stirred.
I said Carter does not have the same flow, unfortunately.
You can continue on the argument if you want. Giz has some very interesting views on Home Alone. If you want to have a chat with him about them, chat.
I had some very interesting views on a very specific part of Home Alone. That being the fact that, you know, the two lads didn't set out to kill McAllister until McAllister would have tried to kill him
McAllister
first.
started the murderous fest that was Home Alone. And evidently,
Really?
due to Kevin McAllister starting the murder, the two criminals that were breaking into his house previously are completely in their rights to want to murder the 9-year-old boy because he tried to kill them first. Is that what the synopsis of your argument?
At the stage that they decide to murder him, absolutely.
He would not have been.
Because it's not until the second or
He
third.
wouldn't be murdering no one if they weren't trying to break into his fucking house.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But he didn't have to try and fucking kill them straight out. There's other ways he could have
He
stopped
kind
them.
of had to
He tried to
because
kill
he's a
them.
9-year-old boy. If you don't drop them, they're going to get back up and they're going to try and kill you.
Yes.
Why would they need to kill a 9-year-old boy when they're only there to rob the place?
Because the 9-year-old...
Oh my God.
It's called the witness.
That's the reason they need to kill the 9-year-old boy. It's why they customarily, you'll find, break into houses that are unoccupied.
I mean, I get it. We're talking about like a cute little fun movie, but like you're trying to take this into realism, but you're not wanting to argue realism. Like they started that by breaking into the kid's house. Two grown-ass folk. Short little kid.
If you don't talk about realism, them getting a chance to even be obnoxiously pissed off and wanting to murder him wouldn't have happened in real life. They would have been stone cold fucking dead before they even got in the door of the house.
See, wouldn't you have wanted to kill him after those things as well?
I could kind of see how I'd had it coming though.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered because I'd be dead.
You know what I mean? Be like, oh, do you know, would I be angry? Yes. Would there also be a part of me that I'd be kind of like, good move. Well done, guy in the house. Didn't see it coming.
Just like in Halloween 3 when the guy was just like...
Yeah, you know, just kind of one of those, you know, I always knew eventually that if I broke into one of these places, I was going to get my shit fucked up. Wasn't expecting it to be a 9-year-old.
Real recognizing real right there.
Maybe a dog or something. I don't know.
Like, according to that medical thing that BuzzFeed or whoever it was, I can't remember who watched it, was it like, the minute the fucking blowtorch hit his head and Harry went down the stairs, they were both going to hospital. There was no more robbing to be done. That was it. Goodbye.
Yeah. And also, from the honest trailers we watched at around the same time, there's really nothing in that house but poinsettias to steal anyway.
There's literally
so
nothing to rob in the house.
There was like 10 poinsettias in the house. That's about all.
Funny story. It's actually
taken
one
in that
poinsettia
house.
that's been moved around to spruce up the same location.
Yeah. There was a couple where there was two.
I just cannot believe
Poinsettia.
that you put this on the.
It's
the
the,
little
like
red
the Christmas
fancy-
flower bouquet.
Christmas plant.
That's kind of shows up in every fucking shot of the McAllister house.
About like, you know, give or
Noted.
take yay tall. It's usually like all red on top and leafy.
Also surprised you didn't use that as a weapon at one
Poinsettia?
point.
Smart
Yeah,
got
I was too
allergies.
busy
I was gonna
tidying
say,
up
like,
the
I don't really see
Yeah.
how
It
that
gets
would
to a
have.
stage where you're sitting there with a poinsettia and a pack of, or fucking 6-pack of paint tins sitting beside you, and you're kind of like, what one am I going to lob in their face? I think I'm going to go with the paint can. Don't ask me
Yeah.
why. Something about this
He didn't use a
festive
spider, and that
shrubbery
was pretty funny.
seems to lead me to believe that even at high speed, Marv might make it through the merger.
Right. I cannot believe you're trying to put this
Good
on
old
a
watch it this
fashioned
weekend.
25-gallon
He's a
can of
little murderous
Durex.
bastard.
Or not Durex. Whoops. Not a 25-gallon can of Durex. That's a whole different can. That's a whole What's the fucking Dulux? That's what I meant. Sorry, not Durex. Although, if Durex, if you're out there, I'm willing to be a Johnny shill. It's all right. I've already been unofficially using your catchphrase for the last 10 years as my business logo, so it's fine.
Oh, the DIY mistakes that must have been made.
This paint goes on kind of thick and rubbery. Very rubbery. Morning, Rochi. How are you? Actually, seeing as we have people in, we also have
Hey,
Katie's
Wednesday.
in. What's going on, Katie? How are you? Welcome to the
Hi, Katie.
Chisnits. Lot of madness, or should I say, Hikage. Welcome to the Chisnits. My lady Pam.
Hi,
Oh, Lady Pam, Lady of the
Hi, Pam.
GoreCast. It's official. There's paperwork. I can back it up. Young Lady of the GoreCast is in. And Rochi. Hello. No, Billiam. And
Hi,
Wednesday.
Rochi.
Hey, Wednesday. How are you?
Hi, Wednesday.
And Charlie. Hey, Charlie. How are you?
Hi, Charlie. Yeah, no bill yet.
Hi,
Hi,
friends.
friends.
I'm
We
sure
are
once
here not to
notification arrives,
dispute
he'll
Home
arrive.
Alone, contrary to the way the opening of the show started. But we are, in fact, here as
At least
a
this
mental break
episode.
for Giz and Buzz during the festive season, because over the last year or two where the extra crew have joined on, it would appear out of all of the Christmas horror movies that are out there, we reviewed the good ones because, well, as you all know, myself and
The
Carter
whole,
find
like,
them all
2 of
amazing and
them.
good because they're terrible, tacky Christmas horror movies, and goddamn does it bring a warm little flicker of light to the dark, dark soul that is my Christmas spirit. But
That's not
evidently,
depressing.
Buzz and Giz have taste, and they like to watch normal fucking movies.
I don't.
So we've orchestrated.
Well, I already told you I've never watched any of these
We have
programs, so
orchestrated a new TV. Well, you should probably go watch all of them from start to finish because they're all fucking great. To be honest, myself and Pam have
Too much
restarted
other things
Supernatural.
to
That's how
watch.
good Supernatural was like, oh yeah, okay, back to season
Dude,
1.
yeah. Same here. Like, I watched Christmas.
I kept wanting to start X-Files, but I just never got around to
Stop
it.
at like season 9.
I know how pressing your time has been since 91. Yeah.
92.
Yeah, I've been constantly busy.
But yeah. So the plan
Constantly
today is,
busy.
because television horror shows are good consistently, that we are going to cover 3 of the Christmas special episodes from 3 of our favorite horror and sci-fi influenced TV shows from our youth. So we got season 3, episode 10 of Buffy, which was called Amends, which I am going to have to give you some background story on before we get into the full review, because there's a lot of crucial things that have happened beforehand that are very integral to the storyline of this, but also wrapped up in a very nice Christmas message and package all at the same time, as only Joss Whedon can do, which is deliver fuckloads of very,
Package.
very crucial storyline, but also keep it festive without just feeling like Christmas has been jammed in there. The next episode that we're going to have, I have semi-ranked these in order of favoritism, which is saying something because I'm a big Buffy shill. But I love that episode of X-Files. It's just, as I said to the lads before, X-Files, for the most part, a lot of the episodes in the series are kind of a standalone format with a bit of underlying storyline running within, but not a crucial thing to know. But this is very much just a standalone episode that's based at Christmas that is an absolute supernatural mindfuck and some great acting and some just real fun storyline, and it's one of the few times you get to see Scully actually fucking brick it, which is unusual as well, and it's hilarious. It's one of the reasons I loved it. I was like, Jesus Christ, I forgot like Gillian Anderson only got to act scared in one episode out of fucking 11 seasons, and got when she had the alien abduction and she got the alien baby, she also was pretty fucking.
I was watching it a while ago because watching that episode got me watching stuff from the start, and when Toombs showed up, she's pretty freaked out by him.
Yes, but so that's the only background story to the X-Files that you need to know going into this is there are two sexy FBI agents that are very sexually attracted to each other, but for some apparent reason can't seem to get over all of the danger and stuff that they've managed to do and face together, and introduce their friends, the genitals, to each other. Don't know why.
Actually, once again, watching it from the very beginning, even that first episode, there's things that they're doing, and in any other TV show, just the body language and the way that they're talking to each other, you're expecting the two of them to get off at each other. Just, what the hell just
100%.
happened there?
The minute she walks into Moulder's little fucking conspiracy basement in the bottom of the FBI fucking office is pretty much the minute she walks in, he's like, oh, matron. Hello. This is your new partner. Or two
other ones as well. Like,
yes, Skinner. I never thought I'd have a reason to run up and give you a double high five. But
it's not Skinner yet at that stage, but yeah, same point.
Oh yeah, it's not Skinner. He's there, but he's not the boss man.
He's not not at that stage.
Sorry, you are correct.
He's like boss man.
He gets promoted to boss man because, as tends to happen in relation to X-Files stories, some weird thing shows up and murders the other guy.
Yeah.
Or does he just get promoted and he turns into Cancer Man? It's one or the other.
I think they just might have brought him in as the show went on. Once again, X-Files is one of those things that, as episodic as it is, there is an overall story and overall progression. So I think as time went on, they needed someone in that position to do more stuff, if you get me.
And the last episode that we're going to do, and the only reason I ranked this number one is because everyone's a big Supernatural mark, number one. And number two, this is just a good, wholesome Christmas episode. There's a little bit of storyline in there, but they explain it within the episode and you don't need to get into much. And it's just fun. Sam and Dean are off having some Christmas shenanigans because some Christmas demons have shown up and they've got some Christmas things to do. Is the best way of putting it.
Christmas.
So, how's everyone in the chat? Bill is here now as well. How are you?
Hi, Bill.
Why can't Miss Piggy count to 100? Because every time she gets to 69, Nah.
Not gonna do it.
I've been on fucking the internet's long enough that I know when the word 69 shows up in the sentence, don't finish reading it out on here.
It's funny though, nonetheless.
It's a very good joke. I'm not disputing that. Not disputing that. You know what? Fuck
YouTube
it.
doesn't think so.
Where was I? Every time she gets to 69, she gets a frog in her throat. The joke is that because Kermit the Frog is in fact a frog, is that his beef might be frog tasting. Is the whole the joke of what I'm getting there.
I think so.
Do frogs have penises? Do frogs have penises?
Yes.
Yes, but they don't mate. Oh no, they do. Frogs hump.
They don't stick it in the hole.
No, I think they germinate eggs.
Yeah, but they germinate on top of the woman because they do get on top of each other.
Yeah.
Hey Google.
The more you know.
How do frogs fuck?
A lot of hopping.
Sending viruses to your computer right now.
You're just gonna get a fucking load of Bucky O'Hare porn.
God damn you.
In most common methods, the male grasps the female around the torso with his forelimbs and fertilizes the eggs as they emerge. The male often grabs the female well in advance of the actual egg laying. Depending on species, mating pairs can remain clasped together for hours, days, even months.
Good Lord.
Oh Jesus, that's too long.
Oh no, I'm okay. You just need to bring a couple of bottles of water so you hydrate, man. It's all good.
Oh, okay. I'd say 2.5 minutes tops for me, and then I'm out.
You need
Done.
to do what Europeans have been doing for
My
years,
footage
which
is-
is the Margaret Thatcher offensive.
I'm curious.
Okay.
Oh, if you're a 2.5 minute guy, just think about Margaret Thatcher
took
when
me
you're
a
getting
second.
around 2 minutes and
There
15
we
seconds.
go.
You're going to buy
Okay.
yourself at least
Oh,
45 minutes. The only risk is that you may lose your boner. Actually, that's
Yeah,
still on
that-
I
brand
didn't know if
because
this
Gillian
was like a
Anderson played
mental
Margaret
thing,
Thatcher
a
in that
physical
TV show.
position.
She was not hot, but they made her up to look like Maggie Thatcher.
I'll try
so.
that next time.
Thunder and
That's
cunt.
disturbing.
Yes, hot. Not some things Maggie Thatcher was called. Hot was not one of them.
No.
She may have been wished by many people to go to a place that was quite hot on several
Or
occasions.
to be set on fire.
Or to be set on fire. She nearly was
fact, I
hot
think-
on several
I was just about
occasions.
to say,
On a,
I believe several attempts were made to set her on fire.
oh, that actually gave me a shudder up my spine, Bill. Moving on. Okay, cool. I can imagine Bill being like a serial killer
Jesus.
and like tying you to a chair and
You
just
must
telling
have
so
just
many
watched
jokes
the
that you
Muppets
kill-
or something.
Kill yourself.
I could see him being the Fozzie of murder. Yeah.
Just give me that goddamn knife. I'll
Waka,
fucking
waka,
do it
waka.
myself.
But we have been all over the place already.
And
We
our
were,
journey has barely
It
started.
would appear that we probably won't be doing the Tiger King episode because it turns out that they're just still fucktards and there's no new news.
There was a bit
Jeff
of
Lowe
new
got Jeff
kind-
Lowe by Carol Baskin, which secretly makes me want to cry with hatred and also laugh with joy.
No, Jeff Lowe got Joe Exotic by Carol Baskins.
Well, no, Jeff Lowe'd Joe Exotic. So Jeff Lowe'd
yeah.
Jeff Lowe.
That's true.
And it turns out Jeff Lowe is really angry
Yes.
about it. There's no Joe singing Cool Tigers. I won't lie to you,
Turns
the
out-
most entertaining person.
There was a video
Yeah, well,
though.
you can't do a
They didn't
Tiger
play
King
one of his
series without
music
getting at
videos.
least one pretend music video by Joe Exotic in there.
I don't remember what it was for, but
His version of
there was a
Folsom
music
Prison
video.
Blues.
it was-
Tigers.
I hear the tigers
Nah,
roaring.
I don't
They're
remember.
roaring round the cage. And I ain't seen the sunshine because I'm stuck in here.
We did get adult sized, or not adult sized. We did get adult Chucky riding a jet ski again though at the beginning. That was good. This time we had people riding behind him. Oh my
And they
god, it
played
was
the Miami
amazing.
Vice style music to go with it, which was beautiful.
Yeah. And then like his whole life has turned into like he thinks he's cool, I guess. And he's had these like parties, he's like
Well, you
pouring
see,
liquor
what
down
happened
girls.
was
He's like,
they did
oh,
that
yeah,
end shot
girl.
of Tiger
Oh my
King,
God,
which
I
was
hate it.
adult Chucky riding off into the sunset on his jet ski. And then at some stage, grown Chucky forgot that there was a lot of sarcasm and piss taking in relation to that shot happening. And then he's just ran with it. He's Miami Vice now.
He's
Yeah.
Don Johnson.
Well, I won't lie to you. He's getting enough titties thrown at him that he can
He's not
just
that
pour
cool.
liquor over some titties. That's pretty much what he does with his time, is ride jet skis
Yeah, this
while
was-
people film him ride jet skis and pour liquor on women's titties.
This was definitely the season where it was like, oh, I almost kind of know that person that was in Tiger King. I have a story to tell
And I'm a
now
narc.
because there was a whole bunch of new
And I'm a
things.
narc.
I remember
People
I
coming out and be
rented
like, "Oh,
Joe's
I
trailer
was-"
and Joe never paid me the money for the trailer. No
Pretty
fucking shit. He
much.
paid nobody money for nothing that he fucking owed. What are you fucking on about?
He
Give
didn't
me some
have money.
fucking news, people. Give me some fucking news. Carol
Yeah.
Baskin's husband, he might be alive or not. So we're at the exact same place we were with that story.
Yeah, they did an episode that seemed like they had maybe some new information, and at the very end, we're like, "If you know the whereabouts of Joe, blah, 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 please tell us." I'm like, "Well, that solved nothing."
I'm just happy.
God,
Hey, Giz,
so
I'm just happy
stupid.
we don't have to watch season 2.
Oh, don't be so
No,
happy yet.
like-
Rule it
Donnie
out yet. If
just
another
said.
lockdown happens after Christmas, we're doing it because it'll be a lockdown yearly
Oh.
tradition.
I was gonna say, I have a feeling we're getting close the way
No.
things are going.
I
There's
can't
better
Tiger
things
King
to
anymore.
do with your time
I just
Kill
can't.
brain
Tiger King
cells with
And
last
don't- and
lockdown, we had
also
great
don't
fun with
forget-
Tiger King, so once we're all locked in our houses again, it's amazing how claustrophobia can lead to a complete different style in television watching.
No, it's not. I live like a hermit. Believe you me, I would watch the exact same thing, lockdown or no fucking lockdown.
Yep.
Well,
And
might
Tiger
happen,
King was
because
never
if
on
there's
my
a
list.
lockdown, it turns into tradition.
Do you know what I think would be a great tradition? And it's something that would tie into our episode. If there's a lockdown, we should binge watch really good old TV shows like all of Buffy and all
Look,
of the X-Files and stuff
It
like
has
that.
been documented long and hard, not only within this show, but within the magical realms of the internet itself, is that it's way more entertaining watching a guy have a mental breakdown about a movie that he hated than watching a guy sit there and go, yep, you know what I liked was the movie in general. I thought it was fun and that I liked it and that it was the thing. You're a man fueled by anger, and visceral hate comes out of you like a weird toxic ooze.
So you want us to become as complacent as everyone else and just do the exact same thing in them and not just, do our own thing and be different?
Yes.
Except for they usually like it.
I want
whereas
money.
You don't.
Good luck
There's a
with that.
difference. You can find 1,000 videos where everybody's like, "Oh my god, this was awesome." Then there's us.
We tried to sing. You guys didn't, but we did.
You are
Try
so
nothing,
right.
do or
dude.
do not.
I just can't. I
was
just
pretty
can't
bad.
sing the whole "Found Me a Tiger on a Hill" or
Jeff?
whatever it was.
If you didn't think
Because
Jeff
I
Lowe was a
love
piece
tigers,
of shit in
and
season
tigers
one,
love
you
man.
will really think he is.
That's all you it was just the chorus line. Myself and Buzz had the rest of the lyrics sewn in a bag.
Yeah.
Sewn in a bag. But hopefully, there's
I
another
mean,
lockdown. And
where else-
we'll have a second opportunity to take a crack at
Yeah.
this Tiger King sing-along.
Where else are you going to see a program where a guy talks about at his dead husband's funeral about how he likes to rub his balls over his face? Where else do you get that but Tiger King?
Everywhere. In the defense of Giz's argument, everyone reviewed this review.
Right.
But it was just
then
so
again,
I
they
didn't
also
meant
that I was
like
like,
in
I
review
kind of
form. I
want
just
to see
meant
what's
in
going on.
general. I didn't mean in review form. I just meant in general. Like what other program has that in it? Just Tiger King. It's that.
I don't know. Drawn
insane.
together.
Maybe. But this was real. That was make believe.
Oh, that's good, Buzz.
Just,
Just go ahead and kill that for
Hey,
Giz.
dude, I won't lie to you. I
It
don't
was-
know if
it's
you've
real,
seen the
Giz, don't
storyline for
worry.
Tiger King. There's a very good chance that says make believe is fucking drawn together.
That's probably too. Yeah.
I almost
I
feel.
don't know. I know
Especially after
I
watching
almost
season
feel better
two, I'm
about
like,
it that
I know
shit's
which
just
fiction I prefer.
scripted.
If it wasn't for the literal FBI involvement, I would say this was constructed because it won't be the first time Netflix did it to us.
Right.
There was that fucking documentary about the kid who got arrested for drawing the dicks on everything. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Actually, so
Yeah.
so funnily enough, the way like you're talking about watching something, thinking it's an actual thing, and then finding out that it's not. John Grisham actually got me with the 13th, with the Eaters of the Dead book, because the way it's laid out, I thought it was the way that it's all laid out. You're led to believe that you're reading actual stuff, and then at the very end of it, it's like this was an attempt at modernizing Beowulf and making it interesting to people.
Did
Fuck!
the fact, and I'm just asking a question.
American Vandal.
Did the American Vandal? Yeah, that's the one with the guy with the dicks.
Yeah.
Quick question: did the fact, and it's just I'm just throwing it out there, did the fact that John Grisham wrote it not give you a slight indication that it might be falsified?
Actually, sorry, I meant to say Michael Crichton. And no, because at the time it didn't click in my head, because I was just looking for a specific thing. The book that inspired this film that I enjoyed, it didn't click in my head that this is also the guy that's written like Jurassic Park and Congo and all these other fucking books.
It wouldn't.
And the way that it's laid out, you would, if you start at the very beginning, think that you're reading something that's based on actual manuscripts that were found. And then on the last page, you're told what the actual point of the book is. And you're like, fuck, this is brilliant. Fuck, you got me.
Also, if I spoil Drawn Together for you, Giz, don't watch the newest episode of Original versus Remake because I spoil Santa Claus. That was
You
pretty
couldn't
funny.
have spoiled Drawn Together. I've seen all of it.
No, I meant saying, well, not spoil, ruin, because I said it wasn't real, and you were like,
Everything's real.
because you.
That's what I'm saying. I told
no,
kids
just
earlier.
forget it.
Buzz just
Quantum
fucking with
mechanics.
me. It's real.
Well, I'll
Like,
tell you something
we're
for
good.
nothing. You coming out and saying Santa Claus isn't real on the show, I can see you come back and biting you in the ass next Thursday when your kids are online.
They don't believe it. So
well, then
it doesn't
Santa
matter.
Claus is as real as anyone else, that like any other god or imaginary character. In fact,
well,
more
I'm
so
sorry.
considering
To
the
be
amount of
honest,
kids
there's
that
more.
believe in him.
There's more proof of the existence of a man named Saint Nicholas that delivered presents to kids than there is of Jesus.
Oh yeah, I talked about that on the kind of
The way I see,
when I
the
did
way
my
I see it
little,
is, the way I see
skit.
it is, all these different religious beliefs have all got the power of however many people believe in that thing. So you got Christianity, you have the Jewish religion, you have all these other different religions. They're all only as
Get
strong
drawn
as the amount of
together.
followers they have. Hang on, bear with me. They're all only
Sorry.
as strong as the power they have. So how many different kids from all these different religions believe in Santa, and how much more powerful would he be as a result of children's belief? The most fertile
right.
imaginations on the fucking planet itself. Whatever reality
Purest
contains him,
magic.
it's exactly.
Yep. It's weird.
Well,
Giz,
I saw Elf. I
It's
saw how it
weird
worked.
the levels you and me just like meet on. It's just so weird. We're arguing Home Alone, but then like we are like right fucking there with this.
Mhm. Because these
I
are the
enjoy our
essentials
talks.
of life and the multiverse.
Fuck right.
But yet you came out with your Home Alone argument.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because that is the result of my own fucked up mind.
It's why I stopped
It's not
myself
a-
halfway through because I
not a
was like,
reality
you know what?
constant.
He's fucking baiting me. This is a completely
See,
constructed argument
that's
to
just
watch me
it,
flip
like-
my fucking lid.
I knew he was baiting, but I couldn't help myself because it was like, no.
See, with
No.
Giz, you never know. He's got
This
a real
is the
weird
hill
view
I
on
will
shit
fucking
sometimes,
die
and
on.
I was just like, is this just Giz been Giz? Like, I'm just out of bed. Like, I literally was out of bed. It's why we started the show late. I'm sleeping right because I'm editing like a maniac. If you want to know the full discretion why our show started 15 minutes late, I needed to eat a bowl of cereal or I was going to die. There you go. And it was beautiful cereal. It tastes like Reese's Pieces.
No, we can agree. We could talk about so many things, but yet the Home Alone, that was the hill I was willing to fucking fall on because that was just no. Fuck no.
You, sir, are talking madness.
Such
Usually.
What are we starting with again? Buffy.
And Buffy theme playing in my head.
Well,
Yoo-hoo!
say
You know,
like,
I
it's-
missed that theme tune. Banger. Fucking banger.
I
And it
will
sounds like that
say,
song from The Offspring as well.
Oh, it
Kids Ain't
does.
All Right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I will say, like, the last time I watched Buffy was when it was originally on. I watched it from fucking start to finish back in the day. And I've not seen it since then. So I'd forgotten a lot of the, like you said, you're going to fill everybody in, but I had forgotten a lot of those kind of stories and angles and everything that they were going for.
I was
And
actually
so,
Carryover story
impressed.
points that you kind of need to have an idea of for the episode.
yeah.
I was
And
actually
so this
impressed
was-
and disappointed in myself how much I remembered.
So part of me was like, I still liked it, but in the aspect of like, I couldn't really remember everything that was going on up to this moment. I was lacking. So it was kind of like also my least favorite, like just because I couldn't remember all of that shit that was kind of essential to this moment.
I think I was all right. I remembered the most important parts, i.e., why Giles. It's one of the
Yeah,
those
you
seasons
remember-
where we get to see the fact that Giles is actually a rock hard fucking bastard and has a dark
See,
side to him.
I couldn't even remember that. Like it was legit. I
Remember-
forgot so.
That came out season 2.
I could
yeah,
not
but
remember.
no,
so
that's why I
many
meant this is one of
songs.
those times when. Oh, you said you couldn't remember which?
I couldn't remember so much of that. Like the whole, like,
Oh.
you know, Giles was key to this. I'm like, I'm pausing and I'm trying to remember. I'm like, dude, I really don't want to go through just to catch up.
I didn't remember either.
So unfortunately, like this was one of those, like, it's not that I didn't like the episode, but like I was so lost. in the
It's
story.
almost like this was my first time.
It kind of felt like it was my first time too, actually. I remember
Feels
like,
like the
the thing of like
first
she's a
time.
vampire hunter and he was a vampire.
Okay, so
Uh,
I suppose, seeing as this is as good a time to segue into the flashback as to what happened in Buffy. So this is episode 10 of season. Thank you. This is episode 10 of season 3 of Buffy, and during season 2, Angel, played by David Boreanaz, who also had his own spin-off show and is mostly known as the dude from Bones now, or the guy from that terrible Crow movie that we don't speak about.
No.
It turns out if you put David Boreanaz, because there was a time where you could just put him in anything, you'd be like, okay, that's watchable. But nope, that Crow movie, doesn't matter who the fuck you put in it.
That's the exact opposite I have, because that was the first time I saw David Boreanaz. Was that bullshit Crow movie? So anything he's in equals.
Yeah, you can't judge people like that. Anyway, hang on. There's background story. Well, you shouldn't.
Oh, I feel bad for you, dude. Yeah, that's a horrid thing to have.
That's a very hard way to go about life.
Yeah.
That is a very hard way to go about life. Anyway, Angel had, for anyone who doesn't know the background of the story, Angel is a vampire who has a soul because he used to be one of the meanest, baddest vampires to walk the goddamn earth. And then some people were like, you're going to atone for all of your sins. And I'm not talking about it just a burned in hell way. I'm going to make you live with all of the fucking horrible, malicious shit that you did. And they pulled his soul.
He ate the wrong person one time.
He ate the wrong person. He wound up with a fucking soul. And the memories of all of the hundreds and thousands of people that he absolutely murder-bagged over the course of his time while wandering through the magical world of Ireland, living in Galway with a terrible accent, trying to be an Irish lad. But that was American television back in the early 2000s. So what are you going to do? Or 90s in this case. But season 3. 90s.
It would just be about 2000. 99 maybe?
No, it's not 2000. It's this season 3 is before 98 because 98 is when HD TV came out. So you can tell that this is 97 or something like that due to the...
But weren't we saying a while ago that season 1 was 97?
Okay, well then well, this is still in 4x3. Anyway, oh yeah, he got a soul. He's blah blah blah. Hundreds of years later, he's learned how to deal with the whole fucking thing, and he's a nice dude, vampire or whatever. And he starts knobbing the fucking vampire slayer. And as things tend to be when teenagers hook up with men that are about 400 years too old for them, they will introduce their friends, the genitals, to each other.
Whole new rock in the cradle.
It turns out that the way to get rid of Angel's soul again is to let him enjoy one moment of true happiness, because the guy who put the spell on him was like, you're never going to be fucking no one. This is going to be fine. Don't worry about it. You just live there, you loveless fuck. But no, he fell in love with a very unlikely lady and lost his soul for it. And then he turned back into a raging evil maniac. And then most of season 2, he is stalking Buffy around the place and
he's a sadistic bastard,
killing people off that she doesn't like. Even Spike, who's still a bad vampire at this time, even is like, mate, you're kind of going a little overboard here. And he's like, no. Because Angel has a inherent
psychosis
pattern, and psychosis of when himself and the lady break up, Angelus, who is Angel at the time, fucking let him know about it. It's the long and the short of it,
It's all driven from an intense sense of
being an evil
needing to belong. No, it's actually because of the way he's treated by his father. It's needing to belong. So once he has something that he thinks
all of his father's stuff has nothing to do when he becomes a vampire, because technically when you become the vampire, you become the soulless thing. Your soul is removed. It's all just animal instinct. He just happens to fucking enjoy it. On top of it.
Abused animal instinct.
Okay. Anyway, long story short, we get into season 3, and around the start of season 3, actually I forgot. Needless to say, if you are a vampire slayer and your now crazy vampire ex-boyfriend is trying to murder all of your friends, family, and anyone else that he can get his hands on, there's going to be a duel. And unfortunately, the only way you could handle the duel with Angel was to fucking off him off. Nixed, dead, done, staked, steak and baked. He doesn't get staked, he gets run through with a sword.
Which kicks him into a hell dimension.
Yes, because he opens the hellmouth, and it's the only way of closing him. The person who opens it is the key, and the only way you can close the door is with the key. So he gets stabbed, he gets sucked into the hell dimension, and then for no apparent reason, a couple of episodes into season 3, he's just back. We don't know why yet, but he's back, and he's fucking feral. But he's not evil. He has a soul again for some reason. that happened when
I think
he got the soul back when he was about to die. I'm trying to move it along a little bit. He got the soul back before he was going to die because it's the whole way the Hellmouse thing worked. So essentially, Buffy had to actually kill the nice vampire boyfriend who she was madly in love with, not the crazy psycho killer boyfriend. They're the same person, but you know what I mean. As in, like, whatever. Somewhere around season 3, he just pops back. There's a big flash of light. She goes up to where Angel used to be hanging out, and there's just a naked Angel lying on the floor. And every teenage girl back in the early 2000s went, and then they slowly rehabilitate him, and that brings us to this episode where all of a sudden all of the Christmas spirits from Christmas past for Angel, especially his most recent killing spree, start coming back in a very, very bare and chatty manner. Very chatty. You know, the usual kind of stuff. Kill your girlfriend. You know, you need to kill your girlfriend. You're a piece of shit. You don't deserve to live on the planet. You know, fucking kill yourself. Kill yourself and your girlfriend. Did you see what you did to me? Oh, you left me with no kids, or you left my kids with no mother. Oh, don't forget to kill your girlfriend. And then kill yourself would be good. But, yeah. So, and that's where we get into the festive and Christmassy super episode that is Amends, because Angel has to go and talk to Giles, because Giles, for anyone who doesn't know, is the guy with the books that knows what's going on.
God,
Long and the short of it. And
Such a
occasionally,
badass.
on a Saturday night, likes to dress up in women's underwear, pretend to be Alien from the planet Sweet Transvestite.
I'm sorry.
when was he in the Rocky Horror Picture
He
Show?
plays it on the East End London main Broadway show for years.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Hmm.
I dig his music though. Like I've listened to a lot of his fucking albums.
Anthony Stewart Head is,
Amazing motherfucker.
before he got into the TV and the bits of TV that he was in before, it was a prolific English actor on the stage scene over here on Broadway, or not Broadway.
Yeah,
on
I knew he did stage.
fucking-
I just didn't realize he did Rocky Horror.
yeah, he was thank for it.
I could totally. After hearing him in Repo Man, the Genetic Opera, because
Oh,
he's fucking
Jesus,
brilliant in
dude.
that.
God, yeah.
So-
Didn't realize he could sing until I heard him in that, and it was like, whoa, that's
Actually how I tripped into his albums and shit. I was going to go listen to that, and they were like, "Oh, if you like this," and then I wound up finding like his albums and stuff.
So, Buffy, this episode picks up around Christmas. There was an awkward incident during one of the many apocalypses. Apocalypti? That's a joke. I know it's apocalypses. During one of the many apocalypses that has smacked Sunnydale right in the testicles, there was some shit going down. And Cordelia, who was the hot cheerleader lady now dating Dork Sander for no apparent reason, bar the fact he's adorable and has great hair, they were going out, and she threw all of her bitchy ways away, and she was like, I can see you nerds as the nice people that you are, nerds. And, but anyway, they all got on. And Willow was dating Oz, who was played by Seth Green, who was a sexy little bassist from a band that all the girls liked. And there was a bit of canoodling that happened between Xander and Willow that, Jesus, if you're going to cheat on your missus, the last thing you want is the guy and your missus walking in. So we can just get it all out on the table in one foul go. And then, if memory served me correctly, Cordelia
Easier
got
that
stabbed
way.
as a result because she ran out and ended up getting stabbed.
yeah, chunk of rebar.
Yeah. Yes. Something fell.
Building was collapsing due to said apocalypse. Xander goes running after
Am I
Cordelia
correct in
just
saying,
in
was
time
the
for.
apocalypse, if memory serves me correctly, was the apocalypse evil principal guy? Because Faith and her have already been fighting and made up at this stage.
Right.
She was
No,
working.
that's no.
Oh no, sorry,
evil
not
principal.
sorry, no, sorry, not evil principal, evil mayor.
No, that's the end of season 3 or the end of season 4.
But Faith and her are friends in this, and they seem to have already been at each other's.
They've already had the whole "I don't like your style, you don't like my style" kind of thing. They haven't had full death battle yet. That doesn't happen until later on, because Faith ends up in a coma as a result of it.
Yes, I
And
remember.
she doesn't wake up. She doesn't wake up until the Angel TV show has started, because once she wakes, there's a Buffy
Wow,
episode.
really?
Then she runs straight into Angel, and Angel has to deal with her.
I did not realize the crossover was that close. I thought they had
Oh
finished
yeah, sure.
that
Buffy
before.
shows up in there as part of, and there was 1 or 2 episodes that literally crossed over. Like,
Yeah, because Angel started while Buffy was still in like season 4 or 5, no, 5 or 6 maybe.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I
So-
thought it was further down the line.
Even up as far as the last season of Angel, there is stuff that ties in to the last season of Angel takes place after the last season of Buffy, because there's stuff that happens as direct consequence of the final Buffy episode, and even further
Right.
on there are
no,
there are
I don't think it was.
characters-
I don't think it was from the last episode of Buffy.
I just thought we had already finished.
the last season. No. The last season of Angel carries on from the last
Oh,
episode
sorry.
of Buffy.
Yes. You are correct.
I
Sorry.
thought by the time Angel started, we had finished the Faith storyline. That's where I was. I
No,
thought that
Faith
was all...
storyline was one of the key components during
Yeah, like
season
I
1
said,
or 2.
there's
Okay.
yeah, there's a big the battle that Johnny was talking about regarding when Faith was working for the mayor. The fight with
Right.
Buffy that puts Faith in a coma. Faith gets out, ends up swapping bodies with Buffy for a little while, and there's a whole thing there in a Buffy episode.
Yeah.
They swap back, and the next episode, the next story that would have Faith in it is when Faith is actually fucked off to LA, and they're giving Angel a heads up to let her know Faith is there. I think Buffy even follows on, or
Yeah,
maybe
Buffy
Spike
shows up.
follows on.
She's briefly in it at the
I'll
start.
admit, as much as I liked Buffy, I never really actually every episode followed Angel. I watched a lot of them, but I didn't actually sit down like faithfully as a fan like I did with Buffy.
I would nearly say Angel, and I'm a big Buffy nerd. I would nearly say Angel is the superior show.
Think so.
Yeah,
I
it
just
does
didn't-
kind
I
of.
just couldn't get into it as much as I did Buffy.
Well, you see, Angel also has the benefit, and I think is one of the things that made it so good, was Angel already had the benefit of people had 6 or 7 years of character building with virtually every character of the main roster that showed
Right.
up in Angel. Bar Doyle, he was a new addition.
And
part of
more
my
importantly,
problem-
the audience would have grown up as well, so they can now tell stories aimed at an older audience.
I think part of my problem was I just didn't like the same Scooby Gang setup that we had with Angel that we had with Buffy. Like as much as I liked
They were
Christmas
actually
Carter-
crime investigators.
Yeah,
They had a legit business.
and yeah,
Right.
and as the show progresses on,
if
you
you
get
think
different
about-
team
if you-
members arriving on.
If you look at the two, like Joss Whedon, like one of the reasons Buffy was so good was it was monsters and everything, but all of those monsters were an allegory for something that teenage boys and girls were going through during college.
Right.
And Angel was like the grown-up version of it. So instead of him dealing with the girlfriend shit and fucking, oh, I need to do this thing on the cheer squad, and oh, there's a monster and it's trying to attack my friend's birthday party, it's, I've got bills to fucking pay, I got a roof over my fucking head, I have employees,
Or
there's
well-
demons fucking going all over LA.
well, in terms of allegory stories, it's the whole notion of the entertainment industry, how exploitative it can be.
Yeah.
People getting sucked into things they don't realize how bad it's going to be until they're too far in. They were able to. At times, they were able to go for those kind of more adult themed things. So they were able to go for the racism thing out and out by having demons and humans living alongside each other, kind of in like this underground society. I don't mean subterranean, but as in demons are a thing. Certain humans know about them. Most humans don't. Just because demons are around doesn't mean they're going to be doing bad things. It just means they're around.
Yeah,
They have to live. Exactly, Lauren, perfect example.
I've got
But what's-
you under my skin. Yeah, love him. He's
See,
great.
okay, that was one of my favorite parts there. The whole like fucking sing to open yourself up.
Do you ever
and
remember
shit.
the episode of Angel where they Angel had to go up and Lauren was this demon in
Oh.
Angel that he's able to see your future by
Yes.
hearing you
Oh,
sing because it lets.
Mandy.
Yeah.
I loved that part of
came
it.
I love that.
Mandy.
David Boreanaz goes up and does the worst rendition of whatever song it was, but I liked
Mandy.
at the end because the guy can actually sing, and at the end credits they had him actually singing it,
He's fucking happy to laugh.
and he
There
has
was
a big
another one
smile
as
on
well.
his face. So I just want to let you all know I can actually sing the song. But what did you think?
There was another one as well. Lindsay, the Texan
Sorry.
lawyer.
Evil hand
That was great. That was fucking brilliant.
grabs your run right by the bum. Sorry,
evil hand. But they did the same thing with him, I think, where he arrives on and he starts playing the guitar and everyone's just like, Jesus, he can sing. Where did that come from? Oh yeah, he was in here all the time. He used to come in here all the time until somebody cut off his hand. My bad. But the last season of Angel, like I said, it follows on storyline wise directly from the final episode of Buffy, but it also marks a significant change because the entire season is now about them being in a position of power and trying to do stuff. And it's personally, I find it to be the most fun season, you know, and definitely
because
a final episode where you can like.
It's in a weird way, especially considering like if you go through all of the previous seasons of Angel and the seasons of Buffy, it was very much that evil is the big bad and there will be some sort of big good to go against the evil. And then the last 2 seasons of Angel were this weird flip where it was kind of nearly showing the necessity of evil to a certain degree. Because essentially he beats up these demons that own this fucking law firm that's essentially running all of the evil shit in LA. And then they're just kind of like, all right, fuck nuggets, you fucking handle it and see if you can do. Because we actually are a thing that outside of all the evil shit we do, there's a reason for the evil shit because the shit that we do is keeping the bigger shit out of the way. Okay, fucking handle it.
I did like the introduction of the law firm. That actually was pretty tight.
Wolfram and Hart, they explain
Godfred. Godfred.
Hilaria.
Yep.
Even
Fred make Fred hotter. Paint her blue.
Dude, have you seen Person of Interest?
Yeah. The TV show?
Yeah.
I have not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amy Acker is in Person of Interest, okay?
Oh, now, yes.
Here's the thing. Her character is introduced and you see her character
Charlie,
for a while.
I was only thinking about that episode. She was like, I remember the episode where Angel turned puppet time.
Oh, I'll do you one better. The comic that continues on. The comic that continues on, there's a Spike issue where it's puppet time of Spike and it's like story-wise, it's after what happened to Angel.
You never saw that?
No.
They're these demons that live within the souls of puppets and they're using children's happiness and draining them through. They're draining them through the television. Angel cops onto it. Angel goes to stop them and they do a spell on Angel and they turn Angel into a Sesame Street puppet.
You don't fuck with the nest egg.
Oh, give me a minute. I gotta find the. Give me a minute. I have to fucking. There's this epic walk of. You know the way there's a lot of slow motion walking to the camera in a triangular formation in the Buffy TV series and Angel. Yeah. So they have them walking to the camera and it starts with the shoes and the leather jacket and it's not until you see that and notice that you're nearly at Angel's shoulders and it's still just the feet of everybody else and it just cuts to the wide shot and it's just them all slow motion walking down the hall.
But he's got this big fuck off sword slung over his shoulder.
No shit.
And when he yells at Cordelia as well, because he comes into the office and he's like, something's after happening. She's like, oh my God, you look adorable. He's like, shut the fuck up.
No, it's Spike. It's Spike. Spike walks in. He's like, we have to keep this a total secret. Nobody needs to know. Spike walks in. It's kind of like, hey, I need a car for a. Oh my God, you're a Spike. Don't. You're a little tiny. Don't you say it. You're a cute little puppet, man. He drives Spike through the door so everyone sees the two of them fighting into an elevator. Proper fucking fight into an elevator. Doors close. Couple of seconds later, elevator opens, Spike's on the ground.
Masters, man, he went to town because it was essentially like what myself and Giz have done many times. It's like literally just him holding on to this puppet and just fucking himself up and down the hallway. It's fucking brilliant.
He walks
Juno flips him at one stage. It's fucking amazing.
He walks out of the Angel walks out of the elevator, Spike's panned out on the ground. Everyone's looking, kind of going, what the hell? It is just looking, going, yes, I'm a puppet. Deal with it.
Yeah, he just whistling. He walks off whistling. Give me a
minute. That's fucking awesome.
Turns out the relative excitability of a puppet. What was it? His excitability increased depending on his rate of puppetization. So the more of a puppet he became, the more easily excitable he was. And yeah, let's go do this.
Oh, dude, that had to be a fun fucking episode, then.
But like I said, there's a Spike story that I've seen. I haven't read it yet. It's a mini story graphic. And apparently those demons, those puppet demons, pop up again. So himself and Lauren go to investigate. And this time it's at least him, I think Lauren as well, turned into
Give me a moment,
puppets.
People. We will get back on track.
We're kind of still on track. We're still talking about Angel and Buffy stuff.
We are. True.
Just a little bit more exploratory.
Like you said, dude, I did not follow Angel as much as I did Buffy, so I apparently missed out on some awesome shit.
You did.
What the smack?
Okay, I'm just gonna do this.
Oh.
Right, we're gonna get rid of that. We'll bring in the window capture. Bring it. There we go. Okay, dude. Oh god, I hope we don't get copyright flagged. I'll move it down here so you can see a bit better. This is the Angel Buffy or the Angel Spike puppet fight. It's so good.
I feel I should have the music I usually play for Battle of the Bands. Lands on the feet.
Badass landing on the feet. I love it. I love how they gave him such an accentuated forehead. It's amazing. He's a brooding puppet. Oh, God, that is amazing.
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
Puppet man.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's fucking majestic. It's good times. It's good times. No worries. I'll catch you later. Hikage.
Oh,
Thanks for
see you
joining.
later, Hikage.
But yeah, that's a good. It's a good fun time. I just need to. Where's this window gone? Oh yeah, I moved everything over here.
That is freaking awesome. Holy shit. I now feel like I need to watch Angel.
Yeah, kind of do.
Yeah. Anyway, back on topic. The episode of Buffy, integrally, now that everyone's got a flavor for everything going on, is while it's all about trying to figure out what's going on with Angel, it's also about the importance of friends and the importance of family, and most importantly, how Christmas is not just a time for giving, but also a time for forgiving, because Angel did a lot of shit, and some people have to help him out that really have a deserved chip on their shoulder that they have to be able to kind of go, you know what? It's technically a different dude that murdered my insert friend, family, dog, cat, thing, anything here. They're two different people, because it's very much.
What was Giles's issue?
He killed his girlfriend in a very, very murdery and bitey fashion.
Okay.
And also tortured him for a while.
Yeah, because he kept making it look like.
Dude,
didn't he have Drusilla doing something to make Giles keep seeing your one everywhere?
Possibly, but I think there was also a bit of the old physical blade work.
Oh yeah, he kidnapped him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a hostage, and they don't abide by.
He wasn't
NATO.
a hostage so much as plaything.
Because like Giles has always been protective, but that was a very like hate on kind of vibe.
It was around that time that Angel also started to realize that Giles had a much darker. This librarian is taking a lot of punishment.
And appears somewhat blasé with the fact that I'm just about to poke his liver with a knife blade.
The thing with Giles's backstory is that Giles's backstory, if you genuinely think about it, he's
Constantine.
He's Constantine.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, that's it. Like, he's Constantine.
Like, I would love if there was a DC. I would love if there was a DC crossover. Do you know where it turned out that, like, in some alternate DC universe, that Giles was that Constantine ended up being a Watcher.
Yeah.
Oh, that would. Be sick.
I totally buy it. Totally buy it. Because there's been a couple of times where we've seen Giles revert back to Ripper, which was what he was known.
Even in
back
Giles'
in the day.
flashbacks, even down to the style of music that he's into, he was all about punk and anarchy and everything like that, which is Constantine down to a T.
there's a lad that knows Giles from back in the day, and he pulls off this notion to kind of turn adults back into kids, and it works
All
on
this
Ripper.
Christmas shit's got me so festive. I'm going to put on an actual Santa hat.
But he does it to Giles, and there's the moment of kind of like, haha, I caught Giles. Oh, wait, Ripper's back. I may have erred.
That's right.
Shit.
I
He's
may
like,
have
"Fuck."
made a boo-boo.
I forgot the fucking Ripper
There
reference.
may have been a slight miscalculation here. Ripper's back. Shit.
That's right.
I'm your watcher.
He was a
Get
fucking
him.
terror back in the day.
There's this great line of, I'm your watcher, and I say, get him.
Oh, it's good times. Yeah, there's Faith and Buffy have been slightly at odds, not unlike Giz and I as to the reasons for it. So I'll go with what Giz
Styles
said
clash.
because that kind of makes sense. Although I honestly did think that the mayor thing had been resolved at this stage
No, the mayor thing is a climactic.
because I
thing
thought
that
the
doesn't happen
master
until
was the
later
end
on.
of season 1.
Yeah, so did I.
Angel was the end of season 2, and then by the end of season 3
Yeah.
was the. Oh yeah. So it's the end of season 3 is the mayor. Okay. Yes. Okay. So. Oh, why am I still on window capture? Oh, do you know what it is? I'm sharing with you. That's what it is. So. Yes, Faith and Buffy are a little bit at odds because Faith is a little bit more run and gun and just do it as she sees it as a
Ride
slayer.
or die.
Got a
And
job,
Buffy
go
is a
do a
little
job.
more, hey, maybe if we just sit down and read a book for 10 minutes and kind of figure out what the fuck we're dealing with, mightn't get murdered. That is
Yeah, but
part of the problem as well, is essentially Faith is essentially on a permanent suicide mission in any fight that she goes into, and Buffy kind of got sick of being brought in a suicide mission. She's got, I customarily intend to go home at the end of these things.
In Buffy's defense, I think she has kind of like died at least once at this stage.
Well, yeah,
Hence why there's a
Faith.
second Slayer in the first place.
Right. That's how we got
The
Faith in
Master-
the first place.
Well, technically, first we had Kendra. The Master kills Buffy. Kendra gets activated. Buffy comes back from the dead because she has a habit of doing that, and you have to start the habit somewhere. Kendra dies. Faith gets tapped because technically Faith
I
is the
completely
unbroken
forgot about
line,
Kendra.
and
I thought-
Buffy is a restart.
Yeah,
Oh,
Buffy's an
no,
anomaly.
I forgot about Kendra. I thought Faith was her replacement.
Nope.
I didn't like Kendra much. She was no crack.
But she had
Yeah, I
Mr.
don't
Pointy.
remember Kendra.
I like. Yeah, this is Mr. Pointy. Adorable. Adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a whole bit where Buffy is trying to get Faith to come over for Christmas dinner because Buffy's mom's taking a shining to Faith, as a lot of moms are. Do you know what I mean? She kind of sees this girl and she has no family. She's living in a fucking motel on her own and all this crazy shit. And the mom went mom. And she's just like, look, people need people at Christmas. So they do that. And it all kind of works. It works off to a nice end. It's the usual nice Christmas stuff that you expect at the end of an episode of something. The ex-love interest who tried to murder all my family, who's now technically my real love interest again because he's after having his soul replaced, is now trying to commit suicide in a mountain in daylight so that he doesn't lose his mind and go and murder me. I am lost without
That
my
old
boyfriend,
Christmas
vampire
number.
boy, and I also want to kill myself, but I can't kill myself because I'm the Slayer and I have a job to do and all of that. I am the angry librarian man whose lovely lady, who was very good looking and very nice to me, even though I was a big book nerd, got murdered in front of me, and then I got tortured by the guy who got murdered, and now that guy just showed up in my house looking for assistance, and I really should kill him, but I can't because it's Christmas. And Christmas. That's pretty much all of the themes within it. The standard way to round off a Christmas episode with 20% of your main cast wanting to murder themselves, and everyone else telling them, don't, no. And then
not to
snow.
mention, I was going to say, don't forget the awkward attempt at first sex.
At first sex? Oh, well, you see, it didn't happen, did it?
See, that's why I phrased it the way that I did.
It didn't happen. I forgot about that bit because I described and moved on. Yeah. Xander and Cordelia are...
It's not essential.
They're not going to get back together at the moment from the looks of it, mostly by the fact that she rubbed it in all their faces that she's going to Aspen skiing, which I think was code word to Xander for I'm going to Aspen getting nailed in the snow. Then Willow and Oz have a conversation where he's like, look, shit was going wrong, and I understand people kind of fuck up occasionally, and I am, as has been scripted for the last 2.5 seasons, a really nice bloke and far more understanding than most people normally would be, mostly because I'm a werewolf and I've tried to murder some people, so it's kind of given me a broader spectrum of how to look at things in life, and I'm willing to give it a go. And then Willow decides that she's going to let him pop her cherry, and then Oz is an absolute fucking gentleman.
Yep.
That's all I can say. He's a gentleman. I don't want you to fuck me to make me think it's going to fucking fix things. I want us to do it because we want to do it when it feels right. You're just like, well, I can tell you, not a lot of men wouldn't do that these days.
Especially with the Barry White playing.
I want to be your first because I love you and all of that. Can I, 2 quick questions, do you in the ass and jizz on your face? It's stuff I read on the internet and it looks like a lot of fun. That's pretty much modern love now.
Well, modern.
Yeah, I'm still an old romantic.
As am I.
Yes. Oh.
I feel like the two of you are talking about 2 different modern romantics.
Yeah, as in, I'm not condoning the if a girl is having that special moment with you and the first thing you say is, "Can I jizz in your face?" and whatever. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I've been watching a lot of Pornhub and I've been waiting. I won't lie to you, I've learned some stuff that I've been mad to put into practice. Do you mean? That's pretty much modern teenage love now. I'm not lying.
No, sadly.
Sadly, I'm not lying.
Why'd you do that? There were so many videos. I thought that's what I was supposed to do.
Who knew?
To be fair, while the amount of material has exponentially increased, I cannot say that that attitude is anything new, considering I heard about this thing, that if you do this and you do that,
mate, I'll tell you.
So maybe if we try doing this.
I'm just hoping.
I'll tell you something for nothing, right? That from a guy who worked like doing all the camera work for those big teenage discos and everything for fucking numerous years. It's as liberal as we were. There's a whole different. The amount of stuff I've had to stop in a nightclub with people live in front of a crowd is appalling. I won't lie to you. There was a circle crowd around some people at one stage so much that I genuinely thought someone was breakdancing in the middle of it, because I was like, that would give me a rational reason as to why there's this many people standing in a circle in the current corner of a nightclub. Well,
or
it wasn't breakdancing that was going on. I'll tell you that straight out. Yeah, right.
Was it a mosh pit?
What?
No.
Was it a mosh pit?
Well, it was 2 people.
Anyway,
bumping up against each other and throwing each other around, but not in the mosh pitish way.
They were doing the dance of love.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't.
They were not tangoing.
I'm glad you got it. Thank you. See, Rochi, who also does bouncing at teenage discos, is like, agreed. Agreed.
That is not.
I remember when the worst you'd see at a teenage disco at our thing was someone fucking fingering someone around the back of the fucking smoking shed or something like that. It's a whole different ball game now, man.
Oh, that ain't no shit.
I'm surprised they don't bring a fucking their own lighting crew with them.
Not that angle, dude. Go higher. Go higher.
Yeah. What are you? How? Number one, great camera work before I even give out to you about what's going on in front of me. Really good camera work. You've got instincts. Make sure you follow that to college. What are you crazy fucks doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
You've made me sound like an old man.
You have made me sound like an old man, and I have been what I was described up until recently anyway as known as mental. So it should give you an indication of if I'm the one going, what? I turned into Stone Cold Steve Austin for a while. I was literally just like, what? What? What?
What? What?
What?
Rochi's like, I will never work at those things ever again.
But it was for TikTok. What? What?
Stop it.
I don't think you can do that on TikTok.
Yeah, but someone didn't tell one of the people involved that.
It's for social. Oh, they definitely knew.
Well,
man.
I think everybody just
let's just hope none of them Let's just hope none of them have seen Two Girls in One Cup, and you should be good.
Dude, Richie says,
I'm just gonna put
I've
that
worked
out
at
there.
gigs with 150,000 people, and those underage gigs are hell.
Yeah, not cool at all. Like, literally, while I'm walking around with my video camera filming for those gigs, I literally have to be on my toes to make sure I don't fucking shoot something that'll get me fucking arrested because I didn't look at the wrong fucking... because I didn't decide to go through every clip on my fucking camera. You have child pornography. If you zoom in by 5 million, yeah, maybe. Somewhere in the back of the crowd, the law of averages will be like, yeah, they're randy fuckers. It might have been OnlyFans
Get
content.
it on.
I don't know if OnlyFans was the thing back then.
Was Pornhub?
Probably, yeah.
There you go then.
I just find it funny. We came from a generation that, like, you know, don't record it because, like, that's evidence to use against you. Now everybody's like, look what I'm doing right now.
See, people don't get that's
And
the type
that's
of
just
shit that
like
can
the
come back
cool
and really
thing.
fuck you in later life when you try to get a proper job.
Right.
Do
Right.
you know what I mean, aren't you that chick from the internet? Yeah. You know,
But now it's like cool to be
We have
doing
a position
TikTok
for you.
viral and stupid shit.
hey,
It's
man,
like,
look,
okay,
as long as
currently-
everything you're doing
I've got
is legal,
multiple positions
I-
for you.
fucking, who am I to fucking take? Fucking, if it's working for you, it's working for you. Go for it.
like viral right now. There's a chick that during their wedding dance, the bride gave her husband a lap dance, and the dress is so revealing. Everybody in the room knew she was wearing a thong.
Seems like some sort of mating
I
ritual
just-
more than
Kind of
anything.
tame, actually.
I just, you know, I agree, tame, but still just one of those, like, in today's.
Now, if she pulled it out and
I
started
won't lie to you,
riding it,
mate.
then we got a little
It's
bit
a wedding
of a
night.
difference.
Do you know what I mean? If dancing around in the nip in front of your friends and family on top of your new husband is how you celebrate marriage, go for it. That's
I
your
was-
prerogative.
I was very intoxicated on mine, so I don't. I may have done things.
Well,
can admit-
before we
I don't
move
know.
into the trailer for Buffy, I feel I'm going to have to nurture
got
this
so
piece
drunk.
and be like, "What are we talking about?"
Oh,
I don't know. I don't remember about the last 45 minutes to the hour of my wedding reception.
Was
So
there a shotgun at your
hopefully
head?
there's no video out there somewhere of me.
Okay, because it
I
sounded
don't
like it.
think so.
No, I don't think so.
It just sounded a little bit.
I don't
like
know, though,
it.
also.
It sounded there's a certain shotgun
Again,
wedding quality to it.
No. So I at this time, because
Well,
heck,
Buzz
I
has
was
gone
only. When did I get married? Fuck. Trying to remember. So this was 2009 when I got married. I was, I don't know, in my 20s, obviously. But I wasn't much of a drinker at the time. So for some reason, everybody just kept giving me drinks and giving me drinks and giving me drinks and mixing drinks and didn't get sick, you know, throwing up or anything like that. Let's just say that my wife wanted to, I don't know, thought it would be interesting to see what it was like with me being wasted in the bedroom. Oh, I didn't make it to the bedroom. I laid down on the couch and I fucking passed the fuck out, and she was not happy.
Well,
So we'll
to
just
say that that's not where I was expecting that story to go.
No. Happy for you, but, like, definitely not where I thought that was going.
The way you had described it made it sound like there was like a literal, you know.
Like, I can't look my father-in-law in the eyes.
Yeah, I can't look I did things to his daughter right in front of him that should not have been done.
Yeah. Again, there was 45 minutes that I don't remember, so I don't know.
Has he looked you in the eye
I
since?
haven't been told I
don't
did
speak
anything,
about it
but
If you look, I'd say you're fine. So
yeah. That's why he wants to punch me all the
we're
time.
working
Okay,
through
I'll
stuff this
set down.
episode, and I like it. You've made
I felt like I had to say something because I was literally quiet for
Hey,
like 20
man,
minutes.
I'll
but-
give you credit where
I
credit's
went on
due.
a buffet
You came out with a
orgasm
doozy.
there.
Yep.
I had to
Here's the
contribute
thing,
somehow.
I hadn't intended on doing these.
Because you
in
guys
any
started talking
particular
about stuff,
nerd
I'm
level,
like,
but
I
it was
know
just
nothing.
to describe the episode. There was a lot of shit that needed to get explained. Otherwise, it was
Yeah,
just a bitchy ex is bugging his fucking ex, and she can't kill him even though she wants to kill him, and it's Christmas. Right, we're gonna hit the trailer. I went scrummaging through the internet and I found the original TV promos for these motherfuckers. So I got some Buffy trailerage for you, and then we're going to be back where we're going to be talking about what is only described as a very entertaining and very festive episode of the X-Files. Back in a moo.
First, a WB holiday event that will give you the chills. This Christmas, all Angel wants is redemption for 200 years of killing. Now, his victims have returned, and they're not offering forgiveness.
I think we're losing him.
If he truly becomes a danger, you may have to kill him. Again and again.
I love you so much.
And now, an all-new WB holiday event, a Buffy Christmas.
This season with 1-800-COLLECT, you don't have to be alone for the holidays.
And now every completed 1-800-COLLECT call enters you in a Buffy Christmas sweepstakes. Watch a Buffy Christmas Tuesday, December 15th on the WB, and you could win a chance to be on Buffy.
Sorry I'm late.
You should have called.
Keep in touch with 1-800-COLLECT. The more calls you make, the more chances to win.
Your Christmas wish just may come true.
Did you hear that, kids? Your Christmas wish might just come true. If your Christmas wish is being on a TV show that doesn't exist anymore.
You'd be surprised how many of mine are.
Maybe.
Do you want to know what's sad? I wouldn't.
Maybe.
Only because you're aware of how many classic TV shows I absolutely love.
Christmas.
Bill's just getting into bouncer stories. Right, so next we have the Schmeck's Files. One of the most used ringtones of the early 90s.
Yeah.
It's
Got
such a
fucking annoyed
fun
after
fucking
a while.
episode, dude.
Yeah, back when
Like,
it wasn't
truth is out
about
there.
back when being a nerd, all you had to do was just have the ringtone of whatever show you wanted on your phone, but you programmed it yourself instead of just downloading the ringtone.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Do you ever used to be able to do that on the Nokias?
I had
Oh,
Harvest
fuck
of
yeah, dude.
Sorrows. Took me for ages to fucking program it in.
I remember having to like take the phone and stand by
Oh,
it.
you had a
and, like,
recorder
hit
on your phone. You were
record,
talking
and
about
then,
modern
like-
phones, bucko. We're talking about the original Nokia POS.
I think, or no,
Why am I calling it a POS?
No.
It was a
fucking
brick.
what
unreal.
am I thinking
It
about?
was a
Nokia
It
brick. You
survived.
could
My dad
beat
still-
somebody up and make a phone
My
call
dad
afterwards.
only got rid of his Nokia
Fucking
that was
right.
20 years old fucking last year, maybe. It was one
Didn't
of
they
I
bring
got to
it
worry
back
about
again last
putting my
year?
phone down too hard. You could knock a motherfucker out with those old school shit.
Yep. Hop your phone on someone, lamp him unconscious, and then you can make a call after you can ring an ambulance with the phone for them afterwards.
Yep.
If you're feeling like a generous person, but why would you? You just knocked them
And
unconscious.
how did the patient render themselves unconscious? He got fucking Nokia'd, sir.
Yep. And they
Got
just stand there
Nokia'd the fuck out. You got
Ooh.
Nokia'd the fuck out.
All right, we have another
You
case
know,
of
number
Nokia.
10 on the list.
Got another
Later
case of
that
Nokia.
day, it happened again. Yeah.
Same person.
It happened again. He tried to mug me again because I hit him in the face with the phone, not realizing he can't seem to get it through his head that I'm like a fucking ninja with this thing.
It's just crazy to sit
As
there and
weapons?
think about
Considering
phones.
that the TV show we're
like
doing is about TV shows.
the old phones. Not. Yeah.
Anyway, who wants to take away the X-Files? Buzz. Yep.
Oh no, I'm not doing it.
You have the only background story you need to know is that one of them, they're two sexy FBI agents that both want to fuck each other, but for no apparent reason and no rules in the agency about it, don't. One of them's mad into aliens and conspiracy theories, and the other one is what can only be described as far too. The word won't come to my head for a moment.
Irrationally rational.
Okay, it's Christmas Eve. David
Moulder
Duchovny
and
and Gillian
Scully,
Anderson
call
are
by
sitting
their real
outside a
names.
house.
No, you did not.
If you call
I
him
did.
Buffy in
Moulder-
real life, he doesn't
David
answer to
Duchovny
it. You
and
gotta say
Gillian
Moulder
Anderson.
or aliens.
Oh. I didn't watch the program, so I don't know. So David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson are sitting outside this house on Christmas Eve. He tells her to come meet him up at this house, this random house. He's watching it because ghosts for some reason. He tricks her into going inside the house. They look around the house. There's ghosts there. They find their dead bodies under the floor. David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson's. They're under the floor, and they're like, "Oh, that's us. He's wearing the same thing you are, and he's wearing the same thing you are.
Whoa, nay.
Oh no, why nay?" That's what happens. They get separated because they go to a room and it closes,
Carter, maybe
and
you
there's a
take
brick
this.
wall, and he can't get through it, and he keeps going through the door. I don't
No. I mean, like,
am I saying
Moulder
anything
didn't
wrong?
think he
Now?
was going into the house. That's about the only thing.
Right.
He
like, so,
might have. He
Okay,
may
so
have stolen her keys.
90.8%
right. So like
so far.
Moulder tagged her and's like, "Hey man, meet me at this location." She's like, but quickly, she meets up. She's like, "Dude, what's the problem? I've got Christmas on my back. Like, what's going on?" He lays out his usual Molderness of like locations and history and blah blah blah. And her Dana usually like 3 words in, gotta go, bro. Later. No, come on. They do wind up in the house, and so now they're looking around, and Dana's just like, "Cool, we've seen it. Can we fucking leave?" But now we start hearing things like footsteps and doors closing. He's like, "See? Haunted." No, what you see is your mind playing, and she does her usual Dana things.
Yeah,
There's
you're
things
crazy, Moulder.
Right. Your mind's playing tricks on you. We hear the wind. We think it's ghost walking. Unfortunately, as they continue arguing, they find themselves now locked in the house as they walk into library.
Yeah. Or study or living room or
Study.
It's a big posh house.
Right.
Posh people have
but
books
it just
everywhere. It's
seemed
hard
like
to tell.
maybe a library because of all the books. But they
I'm
walk
not
into
posh.
this room, and they walk into this room. They
You
start
also
kind of
don't
like
have books everywhere. You just have a wall. You have a wall of book.
right. You
Okay,
do
fair
like
enough.
you do like 3 more rooms, dude, or 3 more walls. You're posh.
Yeah.
All right,
I said
fine.
every
Not trying
room
to
of
be
their
a
house
dick.
is covered wall to wall in books.
Okay, all right.
Would it be
So now
tacky
we're-
if we were to just wallpaper the place in leather? Yes, but what if we were to wallpaper the place in leather-bound books? That would be fine. Yes, very good.
Right.
Excellent. Yep.
That's posh. So now we're staying in the library. Mulder's still trying to sell her on some shit, and she's still like, "Dude, you stole my keys. Just let me get the fuck out of here." But now we find out we're locked in this place. And all of a sudden, Mulder realizes he's moving the floor across because they keep hearing some scratching. And he pulls up a couple of floorboards. There's 2 identical, old as fuck bodies, like Buzz said, dressed just like them. So now it gets a little janky. Now, of course, Dana's
janky.
like, little
A
janky.
little janky. The understatement there. That's when they realized things were a little bit janky. When they saw their
Right.
future corpses already in the floorboards of the house. Yes. Just a bit
You know,
janky.
At this point, Dana is still not sold, but she is now a little like more focused on the conversation.
She's definitely more open to the supernatural conversation that was
Right,
brought up
right.
earlier in the day. I'll tell you that straight out.
So now it's time to just like fucking bail, but we realize the ladder that we just used to get down to the 2nd floor of the library, gone. Well, fuck it. We'll just use this door over here. And we turn into like a whole Scooby-Doo moment. We walk through door left, we come in door right. We realize we are now kind of supernaturally stuck in this room. What the fuck? So now we try to like, okay, I'm gonna walk through this door. I should come out over here. Dana's waiting. Scolder never shows up. Oh fuck! Now we're separated, and now we meet. Oh fuck! As we try
Forgot
to
the
like
brick
go
wall.
back through the door, you're right. They open the door and they realize now they are bricked into this room. Now enter Lydia and Maurice. They say Maurice. They say they are the owners of the home.
Old people.
And they introduce themselves so casually, like, "Why are you breaking in my home?
Why are you
Why
waving
are
a
you
gun in my
fucking
face?"
here?" Right. Like they are just like straight up like, "I feel like you're invading my personal space and I don't like it." But through
Especially since you've got
conversations
guns involved.
Right. But through conversations, we now find out, like, why Lydia was holding her gown closed. She goes to say something. She's like, well, I mean, like, there's this. And we get, like, the whole little open hole through her abdomen.
Yeah.
Chest. Yeah. Abdomen.
Yeah. And Maurice
Well,
has
let's
a
just-
similar incident himself.
Right.
Through the head.
Let's just say, out of the two, Moulder took this a lot better than Dana did.
Not.
She decided.
That's
She
because
decided to
I
take a
liked
nap
how in this
right there on her
I
feet.
liked how in this episode, because Maurice is a weird ghost that tries to psychoanalyze you in front of you
Right.
to try and drive you mad. And I liked how, even though Moulder well knew he was talking to a ghost, you could tell that ghost or real, he doesn't like talking to shrinks.
And this one is spot fucking on.
Yeah.
So Moulder's holding his own. Dana, on the other hand, decided she's needing to take a nap real quick right there on her feet. Gets back up, rested,
Be with you in a
relaxed.
moment, people.
As I
Right.
said, one of the if you're an X-Files fan, one of the magical things about this is watching, like, because Dana customarily, her composure is one of her strong
She's
suits.
the straight fit. Yeah,
Right.
she's like
you
the
know what I mean?
straight.
Even
I
in the
suppose.
face of fear, she somehow manages to try and rationalize things and also keep it together. But Dana,
She can
within
look into
15
the-
minutes in the house, is fucking bricking it.
Oh yeah, because every episode's had her
Pardon
like
the pun.
stared to like the fucking jaws of life and been like, I can
Brick
see how
wall.
this maybe like you think this is a ghost, but we're good. She dropped right there, like there was no.
I need to take a nap real quick.
Yeah.
I am dreaming. I'm having a nightmare. This cannot actually be happening.
So now we find
Sure.
out, of course, the two homeowners are ghosts. They have a conversation between themselves about how much fun they used to have. Now they're a little lonely. They're not getting the same walkthroughs that they
Holy
used
ghosts.
to and stuff like that. And then we just have the rest of the episode playing out with them trying to conversate. Boulder and Dana trying to figure the situation out.
Well,
And to me, it was probably one of the funnest fucking
More
episodes
brick walls.
ever of X-Files.
And Dana blew balls and Moulder again by the end of the episode.
That's right. I completely forgot
I
about
won't
that.
lie to you, man, because this is season 6, episode 6, right? And at this stage in the season, when I was like, okay, so the ghosts have literally told you the two of you should hook up, essentially. That's what, it's star-crossed lovers that show up to this house or whatever. You're after showing up at her house, or she's after showing up at your house at like 2 o'clock in the fucking morning on Christmas Day, essentially, because she's having a wobbler, and it ends with the two of them just staring. Yeah, we saw a ghost into her
Forlornly.
face, and it's like, this is where you kiss her, numbnuts. Jesus
It was the exact
Christ.
same in the first episode.
By season 6,
No.
episode
Well,
6,
maybe that's what
that was the
happened,
moment
though.
that I was like, well, they are never hooking up.
Thank you.
Because they were kind of panning out. Like, you don't know what happens after
It's
the camera
Chekhov's
cut.
gun,
They
mate.
could be
If the
doing
penis
it.
wasn't out, it wouldn't.
Or a brick
If it
wall
was out,
just-
it would have been shown earlier.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was doing Red Shoe Diaries around then,
Or
wasn't
He
he?
was in
a
Red
brick
Shoe
wall
Diaries,
would
yeah.
have just showed up in between.
At that
Yeah.
stage, I mean.
I think Red Shoe Diaries preceded, or was at before X-Files?
No, it was after. It was during
After-
X-Files is kind of my
That
point.
was his kind of fame into getting into that.
Where he plays the same character, but instead of going after aliens, he's after Poon.
Let's
Yep.
see. Red Shoe
It
Diaries
is.
came out
He's
90
Moulder, except that all of his conspiracies revolve around tits and ass.
Holy shit, I didn't
great.
realize it ran for 5 seasons.
Probably.
Probably because he wasn't
Do you know what?
getting
It
it in
could make
X-Files.
sense, because if you look in Californication as well, in Californication, everyone's just trying to fuck him as well. Honest to God,
Yeah.
Californication. Do you know
Was there any
you know
brick
we saw the
walls
trailer
in
last
any of
week
those
for
shows?
Nicolas Cage, but Nicolas Cage, Californication. From what I've seen of David Duchovny, Californication is the closest you're ever going to get to David Duchovny playing David Duchovny in a TV show.
So yeah, X-Files came out in 93 and Red Shoe Diaries came out in 92.
I was right.
Oh. Okay. Yes.
Because I remember
that would have been
Yeah, no, I
X-Files came out
honestly thought it was
that I
two
was like,
comes
oh, look,
before
it's the porn
three.
guy.
Yeah, I thought it was the other way around. I thought he got his fame from X-Files and then got him.
No. There was a couple of people that showed up in Red
Then maybe
Shoe
that's why
Diaries
he wasn't
before they
getting
were
it in the
famous. You one that played what's that?
Tasha Yar.
Yeah. She was in it.
Yeah.
Quite a... You know, I was a teenage boy. You were talking about porn normally. I'm like, you guys are disgusting. Red Shoe Diaries. And I'm like, fucking, hand me my notebook. Let's fucking get it on. Okay. Woo! I remember the year was 1991. I know because I was starting to become a man and I was having some questions about the way things work, shall we say. And Red Shoe Diaries, it definitely showed me how some stuff works. Yes.
And there's
Answered
other
those
very
questions.
interesting ones.
Yes.
Yeah. They never told me I went there in school.
Good job, David Duchovny.
So no, as much as
I guess
love,
handcuffs are for more than just being arrested.
As much as I loved X-Files, I think this is probably my favorite episode, though. It's fun. It just brought so much to the table. And the fact that Dana just takes that quick fucking power nap is fucking awesome, dude.
Right. They're ghosts.
They shot each other, but then they didn't.
No, the ghosts.
I
don't mean they are ghosts. I mean, there's ghosts. It was all an illusion.
Yeah, the ghosts shoot them in an attempt to get them to actually shoot each other. The whole point was that the ghosts wanted to become
They made
to
each one
reestablish their
think that
fame.
the other one had shot the other one, so that when they were crawling up the hallway, that they'd actually try and finish each other off out of safety's purposes. But that's not what happened because they're Dana, they're Scully and Moulder. Yeah, because they're in love, but they won't
because they had
do
the
it.
power of love. That's the power of love.
It's certainly not the power of tourism.
That song works for everything.
Normally, it would be a comedic moment of the whole. You fucking shot me. I didn't shoot you. You shot me, but I didn't shoot you. And everyone would have like a ha 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 waka waka. But unfortunately, there's so much blood coming out of them during the scene. It's kind of hard to find it funny.
Right.
I'm pretty sure Moulder almost slipped on the blood at one point as well.
Yeah. When he was going down the stairs, I'm pretty sure he did slip on the blood. He took a hopper coming down those stairs.
When they were standing up, he's like.
It was just like, wait a second.
Goes, this isn't real. And I saw his foot slip. And I'm thinking, but the blood is clearly real. You nearly just fell on your ass. And all of that in the name of tourism.
Oh.
Right. And I mean, like, dude.
Hey, man, look,
you
in
know
the defense
what?
of those two ghosts,
I mean, you gotta get people in.
They found a corner of the market that they could take, and they took it.
This was before Yelp was a thing.
And they were fun, you know. And you know what? If you're going to be a ghost, I like someone who's a bit of a showman. It wasn't just like, oh, boo, look, my face comes off. It was like, no, I'm going to mentally fuck you first. Oh, you wish I was going to make some worms come out of my mouth, bucko. You're going to you're going to reevaluate your entire life by the time I finish talking to you, and then you're going to walk face first into a brick wall. It's going to be fucking great. So,
when
tell me about
the brick wall came back.
When Moulder's in the library with the wife, and it's kind of like they're you know the way they're usually tiptoeing around the whole. We're not ghosts. We actually live here. And all of a sudden it's just like, screw it. Where's that book I'm looking for? She just stands there and starts making books pop out. It's just like, I couldn't give a fuck if you see what I'm doing or not at this stage. That's
he was like a kid in Christmas, just watching that, like, oh my god.
Buzz, as you haven't seen many X-Files, because I know you were kind of like, Moulder took all of that really well. In his defense, Moulder had seen a lot of crazy shit
of stuff
by season 6, to the point that ghosts,
I mean, like, he started with watching his daughter or his sister getting abducted.
The tamer thing.
He was pretty open to the whole spectrum of shit. So,
didn't he see some weird incest family? Wasn't there an episode about that?
Yes, there was.
The episode that was only ever aired once on television. It was rated with a
I know some things.
TVMAL rating on it.
Funny thing.
Where the mom was like chained into the bedroom.
She was just on a fucking garage slide.
Fucking her.
She was like under the bed. Funny thing is, I have a friend that has her last name Peacock.
I remember that one.
The amount of shit he caught after that episode came out.
I'd imagine so.
fucking funny, and I was part of it, so still funny though.
It's your fault you're named by that guy after the TV show. Nah.
Yeah, country folk had
Well, my name
siblings.
was
It
misnamed
really, like a
before
lot of
that.
the jokes
Don't
wrote
care.
themselves.
Don't care. Your name never existed before the X-Files.
I know you are, but what am I?
And also, dude, like Ed Abner and Ed Asner and Lily Tomlin were fucking awesome.
Yeah, they were great. And it was real nice. Well, not for Moulder, because Moulder was just Moulder, just turned up to 90 in this episode. But I'd say it was nice for Gillian Anderson to kind of get to play Dana in a slightly different way, opposed to dry bald bitch. Well, she's no crack. Like, there's aliens there, and she's like, it's probably just some swamp gas in the sky. Yeah, swamp gas, Scully. Yeah. Swamp gas.
No,
Swamp gas.
she was always like the Velma.
It's always swamp gas.
Dude. She could just like write off
Everything
that was standing in front of her.
It's nearly a superpower, the power of rationality.
Right.
But sometimes you can be too rational.
Hey, what's up, SRC?
What up, Borcy? Welcome to the Chisnets. How are you? Hope your run up to Christmas is going well.
But I do have to kind of respect that a little bit of her superpower. Like, fire pit opens, devil standing in front of her. Oh, so pyrotechnics, little lighted. No, we're good. We're good.
Yeah. It's just a little bit of this over here and all of that. Yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying, is how it could be happening, and that I'm not refuting the scientific backup that you have there. But doesn't that seem like a terribly coincidental set of circumstances, all to have lined up in one go to make that reaction happen? You're talking about aliens. Well, I guess you got me there.
Right.
I guess you got me there. So
the kindly old psychoanalyst ghost with the hole in his head?
Yeah.
Asner.
Okay, so yeah, Ad Asner. I did not realize that he was the voice of J. Jonah Jameson from the 90s Spider-Man cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
I did twig that he was the voice of Hudson from Gargoyles as soon as I heard him. I was like, Hudson!
The good Spider-Man cartoon. Spider-Blood. Spider-Blood.
Dude,
radioactive.
he's been rocking acting for a dog's age.
Oh, yeah, but it was just like he played Roland Daggett in some of the Batman the Animated Series episodes. But yeah, no, it was just... What?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, yes.
I said Spider-Man. Was he in Japanese Spider-Man? That was pretty good.
Don't think so, because, why would it be in Japanese?
It doesn't have to be Japanese.
Yes,
Americans can be in Japan.
Technically, geographically, anybody can be anywhere that they want.
Yeah, he could
have the finances.
Oh, hey, he was even in the new Muppets Haunted Mansion that came out.
Still haven't watched that.
Neither have I. I keep forgetting.
Let's watch it for Christmas. Does it matter?
Yeah.
Is it Christmas?
Is it a Christmas one?
I thought we were.
No, it's a Halloween one.
Oh.
That's okay.
No, it was Halloween.
Okay.
I don't mind watching Halloween stuff at Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did
For
a
some
news
reason, I
bit
thought that was
about
a
it.
Christmas one. Either way, I still
No,
have
the Muppets Christmas Carol is the Christmas one. It's almost time to watch it again.
You don't say.
No,
I'm watching it again this year.
We watched it last year.
Yeah.
Aaliyah didn't like it, I guess.
Are you talking about that time that your daughter lost her mind live on camera?
I don't remember.
I was so proud of her.
That was awesome.
I was like, wow, you made me blush with what you said there. I was not
movie.
expecting that. Whoopsie dude.
I think it was for that movie.
Yeah.
I think it was for that movie.
Dad, can I use a bad word? Yeah, okay.
That was
probably bust out, damn you motherfucking son of a bitch. Whoa.
Cocksucker, I'm like, what is going on
Twitter?
Or watching our show.
Yes. Shush. Wait, we come with it. Look, we have an age rating. If your kid starts mimicking what we say,
Yeah, I sent.
That's on you.
I sent her on the video of me doing my drunk Santa thing from the upcoming episode of the GoreCast. And they thought it was pretty funny.
You did.
I don't know if I swore. Did I swear? I think so.
I think I made it. I may have made it mandatory
pretty
that
sure
you
I
did
did.
swear. I believe I used the words "fuck that Christmas elf" out of it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Messaged me back, said, "Get
what
angrier."
you sent. I'm like
you messaged me
I'm
back.
like
So I did.
What's your man that directed The Shining? He's Kubrick. I'm like Kubrick. Yeah. I like what you sent, but I need
Stanley Kubrick.
Like more footage or more everything, more footage and more anger. And that's my polite time of doing it. And then I go full blown Stanley Kubrick if I don't get what I want because I'm going to fucking smash my keyboard over your head.
Yeah. It was a good thing it worked because I don't think I was going to be able to fall down again because I had a hard time getting up both those times. I got bad knees.
Oh, yeah?
It was a good, yeah. It's a good thing I had a bed by me. That
you
was
should have just laid there. I would have loved that.
To get up. If not, I'd probably still be.
I would have loved that if all I heard off camera was falling over.
If there was nothing around me, I probably would be.
Did your last two lines that you saying that on your feet? It ain't happening, bro.
You'd have been. You would have been starting the show. I'd still be laying on the floor right now, probably. Somebody please help me. I've been down here for days. I haven't gone Bear Grylls yet, so that's a good sign. Yeah.
Drinking piss saved my life.
Dude, that guy would do anything. Yeah, I would say that guy would do anything to drink his urine.
He's making cocktails with it.
I stubbed my toe. I got to drink my pee.
I haven't drank. He's like your man from fucking Dodgeball. Yeah. Why do you drink your own piss? Because it's sterile and I like the taste. If you could... I Leonardo DiCaprio laughed there. I'd had the proper. The sky is up, or is the sky down? Guess it depends on perception. What are you in? An Inception, Bill? What's going on? No, the sky is up.
In space.
Unless you're... No, it's always
then
smart. Unless
no
you're in
sky.
space.
No, then there's a sky underneath you in the atmosphere of whatever planet you're orbiting.
Yeah.
I mean, like, depending on how you fall, technically the sky could be your...
That's what everybody needs to remember about 2022. Fall up.
Defy
Sometimes you don't have a
gravity
choice how
and
you fall,
expectations.
all right? Just saying.
Defy expectations and gravity.
We conquered horror in 2021, and I shall conquer gravity in 2022.
Sir Isaac, go fuck yourself.
Right, we're going to hop, while I write a really angry letter to Einstein, or Newton, should I say,
Sorry,
we're
really
going to hop
popping
on
up
to the
this
trailer
stupid
for the
internet.
X-Files, and we will be back, where we're going to be talking about a very supernatural Christmas.
Special guest stars Ed Asner and Lily Tomlin
No getting out of here, Scully.
in an all-new Christmas episode of The X-Files, Sunday at 9, 8 Central on Fox. 'Twas the night before Christmas in a house full of ghosts. Moulder, Scully, and their special guest hosts. Ed Asner and Lily Tomlin would show them the way. But the doors are all locked, and they're here to stay. The X-Files, an all-new Christmas episode, Sunday at 9, 8 Central on Fox.
This is a moron.
And we're back, because they're only TV promos, so the TV promos don't last as long as trailers.
Just briefly, for anyone in the comments, don't listen to Bear Grylls. Listen to Ray Mayers.
Yeah.
Ray Mayers tells you how to actually do
How
stuff.
to not get in trouble.
Yeah. Like, Bear Grylls is all about that. If you're in this ridiculously unfeasible situation, do this, this, and this. Ray Mayers is like,
you've been
if
flying
you want
over
knock
Tibet
out-
in a very rickety aeroplane, and you found yourself falling out the door at 500 feet.
Ray Mayers.
It's just a
Right.
normal,
Well, just a normal
Tuesday, right?
You got a socket, because at some stage, contrary to the fact that we're surrounded by still water, you were going to need to drink your piss.
I think I'd rather go with Ray Mayers, who's telling me that like this plant over here is edible, or how to
that
to
motherfucker.
make fire,
Okay.
or how to actually survive in the woods, as opposed to your ridiculously
Okay.
unfeasible situations.
I did not realize that was that dude's fucking name.
Who, Ray Mayers?
Bear, whatever.
Oh, Bear Fucktard Grills.
Yeah, because like I've seen his shtick, and like it was always like, hey, so I'm flying in a helicopter to my new hotel and crash. What do I do? And I'm like, this is not everyday shit, bro.
He was in the SAS.
Seriously.
Trainer.
All right. Like it's funny though, because I remember him.
He can do what he can do. I think it's
I
just that he
remember him
doesn't
in
do it on
that
TV
show.
for some reason.
Hang on.
I
The
remember
problem
him
is,
doing
right?
something different though.
The problem is the stuff that he
Man
can do.
versus Wild. That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, but the stuff that he can do is all for these ridiculously extreme situations. While Ray Mayers is actually telling you how to actually live and survive, and actually thrive in these in nature in general, and avoid these ridiculously unfeasible situations and this concocted malarkey of how you could get into these fucking circumstances where the only thing you have to survive on is your own blood because you've decided to drink piss out of a elephant's shit, apparently.
Which that so like that started during the trailer. Charlotte had made a comment, but then like deleted it to reword it, and so it was that whole like, I don't understand how you drink. Okay, so but Rochi said he was in the RSAS. It's the reserves one.
Oh, right.
It's the what he's in?
And like,
all right, there you go.
The reserve SAS.
But he was some trainer in it, wasn't he, Rochi?
And like I said, I remember the whole like Man versus
I think,
Wild.
Isn't that the equivalent to like the militia version? Like the fucking...
No, like you have like military, reserves, and then
It's
militia.
the version where you drink your own pee.
Reserves still have to go off to like train and
yeah,
because like we have reserves that have to go serve like once a month.
Because by your logic, that would mean that your Hanley is in a militia.
I would not be in any way surprised by that fact.
Yeah, I realized when I said it that I was like, as things go.
I couldn't argue that. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
Carter's never met the man, and he was like, yeah, makes sense.
No. I'm like, I'll just let this play through. It's cool.
I also agree with Bill. Naked and Afraid, much more
but
realistic.
Like I said, though,
that is an interesting show.
But that was the first time I actually saw the bear guy.
Absolutely pointless, though.
That I never really watched it, but it was that whole
he did an episode in Ireland walking around a place that we take people on school tours, and he made it look like it was the most dangerous place on the planet.
No shit.
You could fall down a bog hole at the drop of a hat, or in the visibly soaking muddy area. Don't walk in it, like every other 9-year-old knows to do when down in the burn.
There was jokes about how we were expecting to see lads in school uniforms walking past the camera going,
or two farmers in the
on?
background, just like, how's it going, Bear? Are you doing well, are you? Oh, sure, Jesus, it's a fucking fine time to be up shooting on the old mountains and run down the Doonbeg now, I'm telling you.
Bear, you don't want to be standing there, lad. You don't want to be standing there. If you look behind you, you see that great big crevice there. If you keep standing there, you're going to fall out. Come this way. Come this way.
He said he made a sheeping bag, which he did. He killed a sheep, he didn't even kill the sheep. He found a dead sheep, which means that he, no word of a lie, had to probably ask some farmer, can I buy one of your sheep? And then murdered it live on his land and said, we're just going to fill him around here for a couple of hours if that's okay.
Kicked it off the edge of something.
Yeah. You're going to take the sheep with you when it's done. Yeah, sure.
No, you have to, because there's nothing around here that's going to eat it. So
seagulls would eat it. What are you on about?
FCA back here gives.
Fuck yeah. Seagulls would fucking eat anything. They're fucking sea vultures.
Okay. Yeah, the FCA is, once he said that, it's, yeah, I understood what he meant.
Okay. No, like I said, I thought he was legit back in the day, but then, like I said, I caught the trailer for this whole, like, weird, like, outlandish shit, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'm whatever, bro.
He got to go mountain climbing with Barack Obama. 'Cause. 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 '
I mean, like from somebody on the state side, like, is that a win?
I was thinking because you have to climb up a fucking mountain, but
Well,
What do
no,
you have
it's a
against Barack
twofer.
Obama?
Like, you had to climb up a fucking mountain, and you had to climb up a fucking mountain with Barack Obama. Like,
Well, Barack Obama seems like an entertaining and charming guy.
yeah.
You're going to have some good campfire chats
Yeah, I
with
was
Barack
going to
Obama.
say, what's wrong with him?
I guess so. I don't know.
Of all of your propaganda heads in the last couple of decades, he certainly seems like one of the most pleasant.
plays-
Him and Bill Clinton.
He is a very searchy individual.
Bill Clinton be doing shit, man.
I feel like
Yeah, just yeah.
I feel like
Just
Obama
if you're
is
like
a
Bill
very
Clinton, cover your
searchy
butt. That's
individual,
all I'm gonna
but
tell you.
Clinton is going to have like those campfire stories. Like, okay, so look, only 3 people know about this, but
So I'm
it's
on
over
Epstein's
here.
Island, right?
Right,
And
exactly.
there's just 9-year-olds everywhere, and I mean everywhere. Does
For the
does playing
Animaniacs.
saxophone
He
make
did
up
play
for the Epstein
saxophone,
Island
though.
stuff? I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
No, it does not make up for. But like, hey, so I was on the silent Bill. I really don't want to hear this playthrough. You want to hear a saxophone? I could do that, bro. Right, like he can totally fucking night.
You can
court
play
me.
the
I'm like,
Night Court theme song.
Damn, Bill. Hey, you're
Bum,
bringing.
bum.
You're bringing back.
I think I'd rather. I think I'd rather play Little Sister.
I honestly, oh, Jesus Christ. I honest to God do not know what to make of this conversation right now. And I feel different. I physically feel different about Buzz and Carter now.
Anyway, should we move on to the supernatural?
Like all I've ascertained is that I can rape Buzz and Carter as long as I play some fucking soothing saxophone melodies.
Okay, number 1, no. Number 2, Night Court.
Buzz just like it's a scientific fact.
Night
Cannot, yeah.
No. I'm just
Cannot
saying,
confirm nor
Night
deny
Court
that statement.
puts you in a whole different state of mind. It's Night Court. Like there's just a mood you fall. Right, it is. It really is.
It's a good tune.
Judge Judy's theme tune does the same thing to me. I know I'm in for an entertaining time every time I hear it, but I still feel as much as Judge Judy's music be playing, I could turn around and be like, back it off, Bill.
See that right there? That's the difference. Judge Judy, you're
that
like,
was Roach that put that comment
back
in.
there.
Okay, well
Night
then
Court, you're like,
I'm gonna.
Night Court, you're
I'm
like,
probably gonna stick with Judge Judy if that's the case, because it seems safer.
it does. There's the difference.
From what I'm hearing is Night Court is Rohypnol.
It is. It's like the fucking saxophone of Barry White. You're like, bro, what are you doing back there? Nothing, bro. Oh, hey, what am I? Okay, cool. And then, like, you wake up the next morning. And it hurts a little bit. Right.
I got a catchy saxophone tune stuck in my head.
Yeah.
A story that I can't tell because I don't remember what happened last night. It just, but Bill seems happier. I don't know.
Right. I am going to have to say again, I mean, we need to move on to Supernatural, but I feel I really need to reiterate this. I think Night Court may be Rohypnol.
But I'm not denying.
And why should you? Because you have no recollection anyway. All you know is that a theme tune happened and you were unconscious. That'll get us taken off air.
Stop.
In the show that we keep trying to not piss people off with copyright stuff, why do you keep playing music which YouTube notoriously...
Because you can play a certain amount. I only played like seconds of it.
Yeah, we're not allowed. YouTube doesn't let us play by the normal rules of other people. You have 1 second, and you better hum it. I'm going to copyright flag that right now.
Sorry, I was still up.
I'm going to copyright flag myself live on air.
Good. It's a shit show anyway.
Anyway.
The GoreCast has been cancelled due to repeated use.
4 fucking losers on there. God damn
it. Prophetic as usual.
Oh, thank God.
Did you just go, oh, thank God. Okay. You can take these goddamn pants off.
I did.
He's got pants on?
Okay.
Yeah. Every time.
Right.
Every Sunday,
you take away
Tuesday, and
Super Bowl.
Thursday. Got to put pants on.
I will. So, once
not
upon a
allowed
time,
to.
there were two brothers named Sam and Dean, and they grew up with a very happy life as their father went off on the road to be an insurance salesman or some salesman or something like that, or at least that's what they had told him. Until, of course, turns out that he's actually hunting monsters because monsters are real and it's the family business of saving people, hunting monsters, that kind of jive, which is all well and good, except that Sam's like, fuck this for a tailspin, I want to have a normal life, and goes off to college, which is cool, until Dean comes knocking and goes, Dad's gone missing on a hunting trip. Now get your shit, forget that hot chick that you were banging, and let's hit the road, kid. And so they do, and Supernatural begins, wherein the two brothers set out to discover what the hell happened to their dad while, as I said, saving people, hunting monsters, the family business. All this culminates in season 2 when, due to some really weird shit that involves Sam maybe being a little bit psychic, he ends up being killed by another kid who may or may not definitely was a little bit psychic. Yeah. Dean, not wanting to deal with the fact that his brother is dead, decides to do the one thing they always said they wouldn't do, make a deal with a demon to bring his brother back to life. Now, normally this means you have 10 years to live. In this case, they went, you know what? Since you've spent your life hunting down all the rest of us, you can go fuck yourself. Your ass is fucking hellhound grass in 1 year.
But also keep in mind, though, Dean has been browbeaten of take care of your brother. So this seemed like the logical step.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
To take care of my little brother.
Absolutely.
Dean will, on repeated occasions, throw himself on the Sam grenade if needed.
Yeah.
Right.
And Sam will do it for Dean, in fairness.
We find that out later on.
Yeah.
Anyway, this brings us up to season 3, whereby Dean has a year to live, and so has decided, you know what? We're just going to have some fucking fun because it's my last year. I'm going to go out with a fucking bang as much as I can. And it's Christmas time. And the episode starts with this kindly old gentleman. He's going to visit his grandkids, and he's dressed up as Santa, and he's gone down to deliver presents, and the kid has come down to check him out, and well, things do not exactly go according to plan.
No,
they do not.
He sees Santa go up a chimney, all right.
Maybe.
Yeah, the wrong way.
Yeah.
The wrong way up
in
the
a much
chimney.
more violent and screamy manner than is customary.
Borderline Gremlins kind of fucking way, where it's going to ruin your fucking childhood.
Now, as we've seen from the X-Files, if there's one thing we know for a certainty, if there's some kind of weird, unexplained, mad death, the FBI are going to turn up on your door to ask you some really bizarre questions about the wreaths and stuff that you've got around your house. Because they're yummy, those wreaths. Anyway, so the boys begin to investigate what turns out to be a series of strange incidences, because the next night, one young fella sneaking down to try and see if Santa Claus is real, sees something coming down his chimney he believes to be Santa, go up the stairs, knock out his mother, and apparently carry his struggling father back up a chimney in a sack, but not before taking some of those, snacks laid out for Santa. So, nom.
This episode puts a few kids into therapy.
He might be doing Christmas slightly different than expected, but there are certain Christmas traditions that must be upheld. Eat the fucking cookies, Santa.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the lads once again investigate, which is when Sam notices the wreath, asks the question about it. They start to investigate the wreath since it has a very specific plant in it, which I cannot remember.
I can't remember either.
Chrysanthemum?
No. Crap, wrong thing. What? No.
Urine.
Hey, Google, what's the name of the plant that the wreaths are made of in Supernatural Season 3, Episode 8?
Because it was very specific to the cause.
Well, none of those are the results that I would have been looking for.
Meadowsweet.
It's
made of meadowsweet. There we go. So, yeah. Which is something that Sam...
From?
I have.
And Sam is just such a wreath enthusiast. He
It's-
wants to know who made it.
Well, yeah, because he figures that it has to do with pagan lore and might be... Sam does the usual Sam research bit and pieces together the fact that
And Sam and
meadowsweet...
Dean have a very interesting conversation at a flower shop.
I was going to say, and then Dean throws that in his face. He's like, oh, he is such a wreath enthusiast. Oh, you're such and such? That is so him.
I'm correct in saying that guy totally thought they were a gay couple, correct?
Oh, totally.
Yes. Yeah. They played off that
Ooh,
before.
someone's a fussy.
Anyway, Sam figures that this stuff is basically like chum for pagan gods because hanging it out is the equivalent of saying to a pagan god, "Hey, by the way, if you want, we're the people that are your sacrifice for this year.
Eat me, fucking eat me,
eat me." So they track down who it is that was making the wreaths, and it's Mrs. Carrigan, who herself and her husband are very
festive.
Ozzy and Harriet is exactly.
I was going to say they're like the Leave It to Beaver mom and dad.
Yeah, I was going to say like 1950s kind of mom and dad. Oh gosh, darn.
So naturally, Sam wants to kill them because he suspects that they're pagan gods. Dean is a little bit more, whoa. Hold up. Let's check this shit out first.
Right, they're weird, but are they that weird?
Now, to be fair, they go investigating while being armed for killing potential pagan gods with
stakes,
evergreen,
and so many stakes.
Stakes made out of evergreen, which are supposedly able to kill these woodland forest gods. And they go in, and it turns out, yeah, they were right. It's absolutely them, and they have basically just served themselves up as being Christmas chum.
Nom nom nom.
In defense, though, they found out after finding their kill room, like straight up Dexter style kill room.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah,
and
yeah,
lunch already in a bag.
Right, like there was no like, are we sure we're in the right house?
Yeah, it's definitely them. So,
dude, I wouldn't have even need to finish going down the stairs to realize. Like the minute you go into that basement, is like, well, this is far too Evil Dead looking for my liking. I'm just torching the place. Yep. We don't even need to go downstairs. I'm just leaving and torching the place. How's about that sound?
I felt like they spent way too much time in the basement.
The Carrigans, once they have the brothers trussed up like Christmas turkeys, decide to rationally explain their behavior, pointing out the fact that, you know, back in the day, they'd have eaten hundreds, maybe even thousands of people in a year. But times changed. They recognize this. Rather than letting themselves die off like some of their contemporaries, they went into hiding. What was that word they used? What was that word? Oh yes, assimilated. They assimilated into society.
What was that word again, honey? Assimilated, dear. Yes, that's it.
We
got jobs. We got a mortgage. We don't kill loads of people. We were only taking 3 this year until you two delicious bastards showed up in our house.
Yep. We've only eaten 2 people.
Thing popped up. It just made it a lot fucking harder.
Now, unfortunately for them, their bridge partner arrived down at the door with a nice little Christmas cake and to invite them around for a game of cards next week, which was just enough time for those wascally Winchesters to get out of their bindings. And at which point, you know, they do what they do, which is kill gods.
And break your Christmas tree.
And break your Christmas tree.
Like, they were like 2 steps away, like maybe
Did
one
you like
step
the picture
away
I used for
sacrificed.
Did you like the picture in the Amino article I used? I found them smashing the Christmas tree to bits with season's greetings written underneath it.
Yeah. Now, there is also, over the course of this episode, we find out Sam is very much Johnny Deadly towards Christmas in the fact that he does not like it at all, whereas Dean is more me and is thoroughly enjoying it. Now, it might be because it's Christmas, or it might be because it's his last Christmas and he's decided to get as loaded as he possibly can and just have a laugh. But it also leads to these flashbacks where we learn that, you know, it was the first time that Sam learned that monsters were real. You also find out how Dean got the necklace that we find out later on glows in the presence of God. A lot of
find out that they also have a penchant for the very famous and very tasty Granny Buds' special eggnog.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, what's interesting to note, what's interesting is all that flashback stuff was actually put in afterwards. As in, like, they had the plan for the episode. It's kind of like, we don't think this is long enough. Yeah, they had the plot for the main episode, and it was all about the 2 boys going up against the pagan gods. And it was like, we don't think there's enough time in it. We need to flesh it out a bit more. Flashbacks. So flashbacks.
Okay, you know what? Then that's fucking brilliant, because I mean, like, it does. I think part of what I liked about that episode was because we saw a different version of them. We saw Sam. We saw Dean. Like, Dean has always been the protector. He's always looked after Sam. He's always tried no matter what. But then we also see why Sam is so adamant against Christmas. Dad's never around and such. Like, I didn't realize that was after. So, like, that makes that episode even better, actually.
But as in, not that they filmed it after filming the rest of the episode, but more like they had the script done and everything, and then it was a case of this needs to be a bit fleshed out, and why do we do this? But
the fact is they could have gone in any direction, but that's the direction they chose. So I feel like that makes it actually even better.
And considering, especially the thing with the necklace, where they would lead into it. Now, seasons 1, 2, and 3 of Supernatural were designed to be. That was supposed to be it. That was supposed to be the story. The end of season 3 was supposed to be the end of it, and it was like, this is so good, we have to keep going. Yeah, every time Supernatural has kept going, that's why a lot of the times it was like these end of the world endings, especially early on.
They've ended the season so many times, and then the people that like Supernatural have gone, nope.
Okay,
Yeah,
no,
even-
I honestly thought
even
it
the
was like
current
the
season.
typical TV like
Yeah.
hinge. I always took it as that. I didn't realize that was supposed to be like the end of Supernatural.
Yeah, even the current season, they'd finished up, and Jensen
they're already
Ackles was
talking
supposed to be
about-
going off shooting a kind of like a prequel kind of series.
Well, whatever about that, but they're already talking about another
Yeah,
season
no, but
of
then they ended
Supernatural.
up doing the other thing. They're going to come back doing this
Oh.
instead. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
okay.
see, now I've not done the last season of Supernatural. Part of me like doesn't want to because I've seen so much of it. And, like I don't like. I don't know. Like, have you just not?
You don't
wanted
need to worry.
finish?
It doesn't sound like it's going to end.
I know, but okay. But there's my thing though.
As long
like,
as those two
good-
lads don't age, they're going to keep knocking that TV show out.
right?
Oh,
but,
if you
like,
look at a
listen,
comparison, they've kind of aged.
But not bad.
well, no.
Oh, yeah, true, true.
I'm with Johnny. Not bad. Like, there's definitely not a fucking 50-year gap between.
Like, it
season
doesn't look
3
like
and
they've been
season
doing
12.
15 years of demon fighting. I'll definitely put it
Yeah.
that way.
They have been
But I
brought back
also-
from the dead a lot.
But like, that's my thing with the show, though. I love it, but it has gotten like long in the tooth. Like, to the point where they even made an episode where they joke about how many times we both died and how many times
Oh,
we saved
that's
the world.
You two have
You know,
died more than anyone else I've
right.
ever heard of.
Literally
will
more
say,
than I've
like-
ever known.
But I will say, like, they did the greatest thing any TV show could ever do. Scooby-Doo crossover. That was fucking awesome.
I knew I should have gone for
Yeah.
Velma.
Oh, I
Oh.
said it from.
Because
I liked how they lent
she's
into that
holding some dark shit.
I liked how they lent into all of that fan fiction of a very particular
Yes.
brand online. That out of everyone that jumped one of them, it was Velma that was just like, mine? Boing. Jinkies.
And that's how that episode should have fucking gone down. It was fucking awesome.
That's how that episode did go down.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, I couldn't see it going any way because, like, that's the way it should have gone down. Velma all the fucking way.
I loved
agree.
how oversexed up she was during the entire episode. She came in horny and she left horny.
Nerd girls, man.
Fuck
Nerd
right.
girls.
Nerd girls all the fucking way.
They also did a great episode where the Sam and Dean of the TV show end up getting zapped into real life and playing Jensen Ackles and the other guy. And it's
Oh, that
hilarious.
was fantastic.
That was
when
good.
they walk into when they walk into what is it? Something called a Jared Padalecki, whatever that is. And they walk into
That
these
was
houses. They turn around and there's the fucking the orange, the paintings of himself and Ruby's kind of like, what the hell? You're married to Ruby? Oh.
That is one thing. Like, that show
Oh,
She
really
thank
comes
God
down
you
the
talked to
stairs and Dean's like, back away from me, you bitch.
Oh, good, you're
Like,
talking
that
to each
is-
other again.
that is a cool thing. Like, the show's been on long enough. Like, they've leaned into the fan fun of it. You know what I mean? Like, they've just made the show, one, interesting and two, fun. And
But
they've
they also
gone in
lean
like
into
almost every direction they could.
Well, I suppose
make
if
it
you're
in-
going to go 15 seasons,
Right.
Yeah, you're gonna go all. I have to. I said it to him after watching the Christmas episode. It was just like, damn, I want to watch another one, and it was just automatically all my head went to was the Wizard of Oz episode.
Pam and I are going
Sleepover
back to
Party.
the start of everything, but I think we're starting with Supernatural first because I had fun with the Supernatural one.
Oh, dude, fucking Wizard of Oz. That was awesome.
I will say, in credit to, in a way of like kind of, because I don't think we're going to. Are we doing rating systems for these this time? I don't think so.
They're
really.
all awesome. They're all awesome.
No, they are. They
Yeah.
really are all
I
awesome.
will say, in credit to Supernatural and Buffy, as Christmassy as everything was, it still very much felt like an episode of Buffy or an episode of Supernatural, but with a Christmas storyline into it. The X-Files one, that's nearly its own thing, that episode. And I know,
Yeah.
but I mean, even tonally, it's its own thing. It's like
Yeah,
you're
it just
seeing a different
happened to be
version of
taken.
Scully. Mulder's a lot more kind of comedically inclined in this one with his blaseness to everything.
But yet in his element all the fucking
Well,
time.
I don't know, because once again, after watching that X-Files episode, I went back and I ended up starting like with the first few episodes. And while yes, in that episode he is very excitable, shall we say, he's fairly blasé from the beginning. Like there's a lot of quippiness out of him from the very start.
No, I mean blasé.
But that was like in
I don't
his
mean that
element.
kind of blasé. I mean as in they went. Normally he would be more excitable about the ghosts, whereas in this one he's not as excitable about the ghosts. He's very happy at the fact he's found the ghost, but there's this certain meh about everything where he's just kind of like, you know, like, okay, you're doing the weird wall thing. That's really annoying. And you're psychoanalyzing me. And that's annoying. And it's just kind of like, I was expecting to get more of a rush, but I've seen fucking aliens. And
yeah.
I think the psychoanalyst is what really ticked him off. It's like, how dare you try to fracture my... You're supposed to be a ghost, damn it.
Stop telling
trying
me
to
the
break
truth.
my brain.
His problem, like literally that's his problem.
He was
the truth
in
is
his,
out.
like,
The truth is
he
out
was-
there, not up here. Stop it.
Stop putting the
he
truth
was
in
in
here.
his element. Like he was in his element, and it was like, no, I already knew you guys existed. Like, oh look, books are moving, not phased. Dana is still asleep on the fucking floor. He's like, this is my jam. Like, I've been waiting for this bullshit.
Dana's still asleep on the floor.
I'm just going to take a quick nap for a moment. Ba-dunk. Hello.
All this excitement's got me a little bit unconscious.
I love that line. Like, if you ever want to see Dana like so out of her element, is when she first meets the lady ghost and she turns around, she's just pointing the gun in her face, and she's like,
I'm FBI, I've got a
I'm
gun.
really on edge right now.
Right.
I'm gonna need you to just step over by the door.
Oh my god, yes, it's just like, I've not shot a motherfucker yet, but you're like, you will be that person. Back the fuck up.
Yeah. We're going to jump into the trailer for Supernatural, and we will be back where we're going to say our goodbyes and all of that. We'll see you in a minute. Bye, bye, bye. Boink.
Did you bring me any presents?
Evil Santa. That's crazy.
Santa's got a special gift for you.
Merry Christmas, Sam.
Supernatural. All new Thursday, December 13th on the CW.
Here we go. And that was a very supernatural Christmas.
Oh, that was brief.
Yeah, they're fucking TV promos for
I know,
a television
I know.
show.
I know. Sorry.
Yeah.
But no, I have to agree that like you can't really rate them like they are on their own levels and their own awesomeness. I just think they all are fucking awesome.
Yeah, I enjoyed them all. They're all really good. I'm definitely going back and watching everything, but I think Supernatural, because I've 100% seen the X-Files and I've 100% seen Buffy, whereas Supernatural I like kind of saw season 1, 2, and 3. Then I kind of missed season 4 and 5, and then I came in and I watched 6 and 7, and then I'd miss another 2 or 3 seasons, and I'd kind of come in and get stuck in another season. So I haven't like seen every episode of Supernatural.
And see, for me, like I need to rewatch. I need to rewatch Buffy because I watched it when it first came out, so like I wouldn't mind kind of like going through the story.
Sounds like you need to rewatch Angel because you've seen
well,
all Buffy.
no, I was gonna say
Oh
because
my
like
god!
now that I've
he needs to first watch Angel.
Yeah, you need to watch Angel, man. You've seen all of Buffy, yeah?
yeah, but it was when it came out though.
Yeah,
like,
but
when it
you-
ended,
yeah,
I watched the episode when it ended, but like I said,
Rewatch
this
Buffy
episode-
and then rewatch Angel, except for
And
when
that's what I was
it gets
gonna
to
say.
Buffy and Angel crossing over, then you need to watch those episodes back to back.
You'll know
And
when
that's
it's
what I'm
time to
saying,
start watching Angel by the way that Buffy ends.
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like I kind of need to rewatch Buffy and then actually finish Angel, because like I said, I remember episodes of like when the law firm came out.
Just
blah,
strap
blah, blah.
in,
So, like,
strap in when he has his son Connor, because that's a rough.
See, okay,
But
that
it's
was
fun as well,
really
though, at times.
It's
No,
it's
but I
fun
was-
at times, but mostly he's a whingy little god bitch, and I hate him.
but I
Do you
was
know
so
something,
Little god bitch, and I hate him.
but I
Do you
was
know
so
something, though?
static
He
over
made a
that
fantastic
section.
scarecrow in Titans.
Yes, he did.
Took me a while to realize that was him, actually, until he shaved off the beard. I was like,
Oh,
holy shit.
okay. Apparently, I am not that far enough in Titans. Seriously?
New
Have you
season
seen
came out.
season 3?
No.
Nom,
I
nom,
didn't
nom, nom,
realize-
nom, nom. It's on Netflix. You don't even need
Oh,
to
I
go
didn't
download
realize-
it or anything. It's on Netflix.
I didn't realize we were in season 3 already in Titans.
We're finished
Well, we're
season 3. That's
finished
why it's on
season
Netflix.
3.
Oh my god. Okay.
Sorry, let me
Much
rephrase.
to watch,
Myself and
too much to
Johnny
watch.
are finished season 3, apparently. And
I-
Phantom Young Justice season 4 is currently running, but I haven't started watching that. I'm waiting for it all to come out, and then I'm going to enjoy the goodness.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
I am so fucking.
Titans season 3 is on
I-
Netflix for all your bingeable needs,
Seriously?
and it's very good.
Yes.
I did Titans season 1.
Just look at the graphic they have in.
Hang on. Have you not seen Titans season 2 yet?
No.
Oh.
Oh,
No,
mate.
like season 1 ended
Oh.
so fucked up, and I'm like, I can't wait. And then like I get sidetracked on other shit.
I love that. I can't
Oh!
wait, so I waited an entire season,
No, like
2
I
seasons
get-
to finish.
no. But then like I get bogged down with other shit. Like oh my god. Okay, nope. Okay. So it's on.
Character's
No.
mind is blown.
There's 2 seasons of it on Netflix. All of it's on Netflix.
Okay, I'll have to check because there's like Netflix U, and then there's like Netflix Me.
Oh, call me crazy. I have a funny feeling that's just out worldwide. Have a
Okay.
check there now.
Titans.
I think he found it.
Hold on.
700 episodes. It's
That
not
would
what
be
it is,
Teen
fucking-
Titans.
They're like 16 episodes each, aren't they?
Yeah, but if you
No.
find something with 700, then
Okay.
it means you're looking at Teen Titans and then Teen Titans Go.
No. Okay. See, it's not that way over here. It's all like X episode or included with subscription. I will be watching.
Yeah, because here it says DC's Titans season 3 coming to Netflix
so you got it
internationally
already, sucker!
in December 2021.
Don't be a dick. All
Wait,
right.
let me double check, actually.
Not. Oh, okay. So I need to see. Like season 3 is done.
Oh, it's moved
Yeah.
over to
No, I have it
HBO
on Netflix
Max,
here.
not on Netflix.
Ooh.
You guys.
Yeah.
I'm reading the thing right here.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
reading
Buzz
the
says,
thing
we have
right here.
HBO Max.
Oh, that
Yeah,
new
like
Bad
Buzz
Boys
says, we
movie's
have
on there as
HBO
well.
Max.
Yay.
Like number 3.
Yeah.
Like number 3.
Bad Boy Ads for Life 2.
Don't.
I'm not going to.
Don't. 50 open wars.
That's why I turned around and
50
went,
open
oh, look, the new
wars.
Bad Boys movie's
Okay,
on.
so-
Yay.
I need to like binge season 2 and 3 of Titans. All right.
Season
That's
2
Get on
and
it.
3 of Titans. All right. Not a problem. All right. Not
It's
a
like
problem.
there's a season
All right.
holiday coming up around the corner that's like exclusively designed to sit down in your ass and watch television with.
Oh my
Yeah, but there's
God.
also the Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, see, there's my problem. Like, I get sucked into new shit.
Yeah, that's after
So
Christmas,
much
though.
shit to watch.
Wah! He's Star Wars you. Wah!
Witcher season 2 is tomorrow.
December 29th.
Oh, fuck! Are you serious?
What? You know what I could be doing right now? I could be going to see Spider-Man.
contractually
I chose
obligated
to be
to be
here
here.
instead.
I'm actually watching that tomorrow.
You signed contracts,
Am I?
remember?
Technically, we did, bro. I hate to be that asshole, but
I signed a contract for the television program,
yeah,
not for
like
the
it's
podcast.
yeah. You sign 1, you sign 2. It just kind of is.
Well,
I
I
did.
think I have a
Read
lawyer
everything.
present.
Yeah, like no, like my lawyer's like, did you see that?
I'm
If I ever
joking.
hand you a contract that's more than 1 page, read it.
Yeah. I now contractually
I
have to like
technically
name
own your
the second-
children.
Yeah, no,
Huh?
like contractually, I now have to name my third born Giz. But it is what it is.
Oh please, let it
I'll
be a
just
girl.
get my. Never mind.
Oh please don't let it be happening. Like I don't know. I don't want. Hey, we're pregnant. Oh my god. No.
Geez, that's not a girl's name, and your face is very punchable. What's your point?
I'll just get my tubes tied. Get my tubes tied.
I read it. I wasn't happy, but I signed it with just the whole. This will not happen. This will not happen. So.
If I don't have it, it can't happen.
Right.
Yeah.
That was my logic when I signed it. I'm like, cool. I stay
What
celibate.
you're saying is
this
I've
will not happen.
unintentionally, contractually controlled your reproductive schedule.
Yes.
I'm nearly happier with that than.
Never thought I'd live the life of a priest, but here I am. Hey.
You know what?
Sucks.
Or wear a condom. Just throwing that out there.
Hey, you know what?
I know
Not
you
everybody's
have to live.
Hey, you know what? Not everybody's allergic to
When the
latex.
fuck did I say that?
Whoa! Yeah.
I don't know. I'm keeping
What's
my mouth
going
shut
on
because if
here?
I open it, we'll get in trouble.
I like it. Bill's like, hey, GoreCast,
When
if
does
you
that
ever
stop
need
you
a legal
before?
or a contract written up, I have experience writing these things and legal settlements.
I'll keep it in mind, Bill. But we have a guy. Yeah.
So airtight people
Who
suffocate.
knows a guy?
And that guy is a lawyer. We have a guy that knows the guy, and the guy that he knows is a lawyer. That's it.
Right.
That's the way it works. Well, that's it. We're going to be back this Sunday, where we're going to be doing our usual Sunday kill sessions or chill sessions. Because I think the fact that I've added kill in the title has stopped it getting as much traction on YouTube. So it's back to the Sunday chill sessions. It says kill in the poster because I'm feeling rebellious. But
Look,
on
it's
Sunday,
okay. Anybody that knows us knows exactly how we like to chill.
yes,
By
by murdering.
slaughtering people.
Yes. That's us Sunday.
Hey.
We are back Tuesday, where it's safe to assume that the news probably we can cover everything up some other time. I don't think there's going to be a lot. So we're doing some Photoshop crazy madness where you guys have your requests and I'll Photoshop some weird shit up for you. And we just talk and drink. We're mostly the GoreCast this coming week
Getting
will
drunk.
be featuring alcohol. And that's the easiest way of explaining things.
Which is normal Tuesday or
Yes.
Thursday for me.
I gotta get alcohol.
You know. But
I'm
hey,
going to tell you something. If you weren't bringing alcohol for Santa versus Satan on Thursday, it's a bad idea.
But hey,
that's right.
Hyena Atkins,
Yeah.
you kind of walked in on the ass end of it, but
And Atkins?
War
Oh,
tech.
yep.
Yes.
totally my bad.
Don't know what that means, but I like it.
Right. But
Nice.
swing through.
Nice. Toit.
Thank
like
you,
a
Joe.
What?
Toit like a tiger. Yeah,
like a
so
tiger.
Tuesday we're getting steamed and we're
Toit like a tiger.
doing some weird Photoshop fan requests. Whatever weird festive or horror related shit you want to see me assemble for you in Photoshop, let me know. You guys have some requests as well.
Or Ryan Reynolds.
You three.
I think that's a terrible idea.
Beefcake.
Well, I can censor as I edit.
Anything that involves Ryan Reynolds.
Call me Gizmo.
Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like,
Gizmo.
okay, we're going to replace the big boobs with party hats anyway, number one in this endeavor.
And what's the point?
Because it looks like Madonna, but with tassels at the end.
What the fuck?
That in itself sells it. I mean, like,
Doesn't it?
I feel it does. Like,
And as I said, Sunday, it's the family Christmas watch along, where you all can come join us and we watch what Mystery Science Theater and many other people have dubbed the worst Christmas movie ever made in the history of Christmas movies, which is 1959's Santa versus Satan. Not because we want to watch it, but because it's one of the few movies we can legally play. I wanted to do a Star Wars Christmas special, but Disney shut that shit down so fast I could not explain to you how fast they shut it down. The video hadn't even fully uploaded, and they were like, nope.
Right. The mouse just came to his house and punched him in the face.
you want to?
I own you now.
Ryan is reading ESB bills to Johnny while he's rocking him in a hammock drinking aviator gin. Bill, judging by the way ESB bills have gone up over the last couple of months, I would actually welcome that because it at least to be kind of like, okay, at least it's not. That's a lot of money, Ryan, in fairness. And, you know, if anything, I'm glad that you're the one that's breaking the news to me.
It's a little bit more stomachable.
Or at least 2 bottles of aviator gin on tick.
Yeah. And he would do it, too. He would just write you a blank check and be like, here you go.
I can get the aviator gin logo tattooed on my back if you want, so every time I go swimming, it's like free advertising.
You know, there's actually a documentary of the guy that actually did that. Like, he got companies tattooed to, like,
I saw that.
Himself.
I'm that
His
idiot.
name's CM Punk.
No,
like, this
Punk
dude,
voluntarily
like,
got
legit.
Pepsi and paid money for it.
Yeah, like, he had companies pay for advertising space on him.
Pepsi.
He doesn't drink Pepsi anymore.
What's he
I mean,
drinking?
He drinks.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, that's
he drinks Coke Zero.
All right, bait and switch, but
Tastes
whatever.
like dishwater.
How do you know what dishwater tastes like?
Just because it's on his arm.
How do you know what dishwater tastes like?
Because I've once filled a glass with water, not realizing there was still suds in the end of it.
Zero.
I was gonna say, like, we've all had like a spill.
Or you pick up a white plate, not realizing that the suds on it, because suds are customarily white as well, and you put your food down on it. Next thing you're like,
"Yep,
this sandwich is very soapy."
Sadly, and then you're thoroughly disgusted, and
soapy sandwich.
You're put off by sandwiches for a second. I do not.
Nah, I just keep eating it.
Give zero
Depending
fucks
on
about
the
the sandwich. I just can't do it.
I mean, if it's a nice BLT,
then I just pick off the
then
B.
I don't care what the fuck's on it.
I pick off the B. No, I
pick off the B? You don't eat bacon?
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Oh, I thought you meant like you were going to take.
Oh,
Okay,
I
I was
think
going to say we were going to have
LMT
some
with a
problems.
B on the
You
side.
said you did not like bacon,
Right.
Yeah.
I do the B.
Sorry, hang on, Buzz. You've said something there.
I just like B. I don't like the entire alphabet.
It's intrigued me.
You
Are you saying that literally anything on a BLT?
Oh no.
Oh, see,
I mean, I can eat around it.
I smell a challenge
As
coming
long
on
as
for a future show.
Bacon.
I smell a challenge coming on for a future
Bacon is
show.
fucking amazing.
I mean, the show we're in, we'll probably be drunk enough to do it.
If there's ever a food I would die for, it's bacon.
Like, I love bacon,
I don't need to
but
be drunk.
Buzz is like me, I think, except he's a little less outwardly about it. I think he's like an animal. Do you mean he's just like, what's the challenge? You want me to fucking? Will it make you fucking happy if I do the fucking thing? Will it? Okay, fine. There you go.
Yeah. The main thing is as long as it's on camera, it doesn't mean anything.
Okay, so
that's how I.
So what you're saying is like Giz.
I ain't doing shit for
then,
free.
Like you and Johnny, like I'm like, ooh, bacon.
Dude, between the TV show and this, we're so busy that there's like very rarely that any of us get to hang out where we're not literally on camera.
That's true.
The only time we've had where we hang out that's not on camera is when we're doing the script writing, where I'm just essentially scream right faster, you bastards, at you for 4 hours straight on a Monday night. And even at that, people might be able to join us over on Discord. If you ever want to join us for a script writing session on Discord, we do on Monday nights.
Which does not work very
upload
well.
his new shit. Like, oh, hey, so should we take?
Yeah, hopefully Danhausen doesn't upload that day because that. I said, hopefully Danhausen doesn't upload that day because
let's write a script in about 40 to 45 minutes.
30-minute.
That last script reading, like, oh my god, Danhausen. 3 grown men watching Danhausen, then like, oh, it's over.
Yeah. We wrote like 3 or 4 pages, and then someone mentioned about, I wonder how many times Harry and Marv died inside in the thing, and I was like, I literally have a video that explains that.
And I am so, oh my god, I am so fucking grateful because My life is so happy
Cranial
now.
contusion. Marv is dead. Broken spinal cord. Marv is dead. Dislocated hip fracture causing breathing problems. Marv is dead. Marv died. You would need a total of 14 Marvs and 7 Harrys.
That
to survive
changed my
Home Alone 1.
Like legit, that video changed my fucking life. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
Dude.
King Kazma, how are you, bro? What's going on? You kind of shot us at the end of the show, dude.
Yeah, you walked in just as we're about to leave.
It's the wet bandits, mate.
Fuck right.
Well,
oh yes, because he had to change up.
They're
the name
sticky in part 2.
Depends on if you know.
He had the glove that had the tape on it.
10-year-old's a murderer,
and he like took people's. At the end, it's like, and we're the sticky bandits. STI. Shut up, Marv. Oh, good stuff. I'm gonna watch that this weekend with my
Buzz.
Yeah,
He
so
started.
we'll see you, all you guys, Sunday night, where we're going to be murdering some people. And other than that, don't forget to check us out in American Horror Sunday night, where myself and Gids are going to be talking about the whole new season of Chucky in its entirety. There is an original versus remake where the lads talk about Silent Night versus Silent Night, Deadly Night. And we have found the location of Buzz Junkentrunk after 6 months of being MIA. Other than that, we'll catch you during the week. We're going to be talking about some other sort of mad horror bollocks. GoreCast out, fuckers. Bye.
Oh, stupid fucking dishes. Fucking hate cleaning. Hey, over here! Oh, goddamn dishes. I feel like it's just washing the same dish over and over and over again. Hey, what the fuck?
Careful, don't cut yourself with that knife.
That is...
You left the sink running, asshole!
Stupid creepy goddamn fucking doll freaking the fuck out of me. I hate it. Literally scared the shit out of myself. I don't even... Yeah. Poopy.
Beware, evildoer, for I am the coup.
What the This is getting too fucking weird.
I hope you remember to wash your hands.
Goddamn creepy bears are freaking me the fuck out. You gotta stop. What is that noise? I know that noise. What is that noise?
Bedue Dambala, give me the power I plead of thee.
You puppet possessing fuck. What the fuck are you up to?
Nothing.
You're pulling a goddamn Chucky on me. I know that incantation. I've seen the Chucky movies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why are you puppet harassing me?
I was bored.
Bored?
Yeah, bored, man.
Seeing as you're so into Chucky, there's a new season, or like a Chucky TV series out.
Oh.
That'll alleviate your boredom.
Oh.
It's very good, actually.
Oh.
Actually, that gives me a good idea for an episode. Join myself and the kids this Sunday, 8:30pm CST, and whatever that equates to is GMTs, only on American Horrors. We're going to be talking about the new season of Chucky that came out, and it's fucking mwah.